Welcome back, Dungeoneers. It's Sunday afternoon, and that can only mean one thing. It's time to play Dungeons & Dragons. You're watching Dice and Dungeons, and I'm here at the table with...
I'm David Wong. I play Nines, the Tabaxi Bard.
No, you're going to be Cindy Fred, the furry fighter.
The furball fight. Yes, I am Fred, the furball fighter.
I'm Nicole Bates. I play Sorian Sewell, or soon to be Artificer or Attacks when we reach the Republic.
I'm Greg. I'm playing Ulset Ralph. Soon to be Usher Robert. Hey.
We remembered all our aliases.
I'm impressed. Genuinely, I am. Oh, the map is still up. Put that away. I can fix that in post. The advantage of doing a pre-recorded is you can actually fix things in post.
Are you going to fix it?
Probably, yeah. Actually, I am. So, welcome back, everyone, to our new and continuously improving studio. I apologize for last week's recording. We had some issues with my microphone in particular. Tried best I could to clean up the audio in post-processing, but, there's only so much you can do. So this week, I think it's going to be better, and we continue to improve with everyone in the studio, which was a lot more fun to record than usually, than it had been last week.
I was in the studio before it was filmed.
I like that you can all hear every word that I say this time. As opposed to every other word.
What?
That's a good thing.
I mean, we can still simulate an AT&T connection. Just hold very still.
I cast Hold Person on 9.
Yeah, you're too normal looking. You need to pause in like the most... there you go.
Can you get some pixels on your face?
Just draw them in.
I don't know how to draw pixels with a lead pencil.
Redder.
We only have one announcement this week, which is our sponsor and giveaway. If I can get it.
If you can pick things
There,
up.
I can pick things up. They work.
Hands.
We are still running. We're still running our giveaway of this wonderful book, Fizban's Treasury of Dragons. Ooh. It is the limited art edition, which is the second limited art edition we've given away now.
Yep.
Yeah. Which is pretty exciting. I love the limited art covers. They always do such a good job of this. The book itself contains a whole bunch of new dragon types as playable character races, not just monsters, as dragons have often been. It includes chromatic, metallic, and interestingly, new gem dragons.
Gem dragons.
So you too can be a 1980s cartoon.
Of course, I just talked about being a live action. Yes, a live action cartoon. That's what
Live action cartoon.
Oh, like what Disney does.
Yeah, live action cartoon. It's full of...
The Lion King was all CG, but they called it live action.
Yeah.
Figure that out.
Fizban's Treasury of Dragons is full of a lot more player character content than the last couple of books have been, which have been much more adventure-based, story, world-driven sort of things. And this is less story-driven than the previous books and much more content for character creation, which is what makes it a lot of fun, because players, as we all know, love playing like Dragonborn. They love playing the half-dragon. So it's full of all of the things that every Munchkin player just can't get enough of. So if you're a Munchkin and you want to win that book, then all you need to do is head over to Instagram, where you're going to follow us on Instagram, and then you're going to send us a message. That message needs to say Fizban's. That's it. If you do those two things, you'll be entered to win that lovely book. You must be 18 years old or older, and you...
Only 18.
Only 18.
That's it.
No, and you must be a U.S. resident. To clarify for people, because we do get some questions from time to time, It doesn't mean you have to be a citizen. It just means that you need to have a U.S. address. That's it. That giveaway is sponsored by our friends over at Geekified. Geekified is a tabletop gaming store out of Vinton, Iowa that takes online orders and in-store for all of your tabletop role-playing game needs. They have sponsored that lovely giveaway for us, but it's not the only thing they do is sell Dungeons & Dragons merchandise. They also do Pokemon cards and other paraphernalia. They had some cool, like, trainer boxes.
Sorry. I have a thing in my throat.
Did she just roll a natural 1 on drinking?
I rolled a natural 1 on life.
We're out of the water. You can stop drowning.
Well, as I was saying, yeah,
We're gonna cut Zoria out in post.
I'm gonna cut all of this out in post. Soria, just try not to drown so much, I guess.
Geekified has a promotional code that they can use. Right?
Yeah, it's gonna get there. Yeah. So if you're interested in picking up your own copy of Fizban's Treasury of Dragons, because maybe you're one of the unlucky people that don't win that giveaway, then you can head on over to geekified.com. I'm sorry, geekified.us/discount/dice and dungeons. Heading over to that URL and using our code will get you 5% off of your first order, and every order you make using that link will go to help with the show. So we thank anyone who's gone over there and purchased something from Geekified, and we thank Geekified for their continuing support. It really means a lot to us. They've been very wonderful partners.
Thank you, Geekified.
Thank you.
Anything else?
Thanksgiving.
Right, Thanksgiving. This episode is airing on the 21st.
Yep.
Yes. So, on Thanksgiving weekend, we're taking that week off because we're going to be hanging out with family and seeing some friends.
I've got 28th.
Yeah, the 28th will be the day that we are off.
Today is the 21st.
This is broadcasting on the 21st. Yes.
Right.
Time travelers.
Yes. We will be off on the 28th. We are doing usual holiday things. I've got family coming in. So do you. We all have family coming in from out of town, so we'll be spending some time with them.
All vaccinated.
Yes, all vaccinated. And
Or else.
and we won't be broadcasting that weekend. We'll still be doing all of our other usual broadcasts. I think we'll squeeze in some art streams and things like that. But we won't be broadcasting a show that week. So that's why we will pick back up on the 5th of December, which is also when we conclude that giveaway and announce the winner. So I think that's it.
Yep.
We're good. Excellent. That was a rough announcement.
Sorry.
At least we only lost one player character this time.
We only lost one PC
It wasn't a TP.
before we played. So with that, Dungeoneers, let's roll. Welcome back, Dungeoneers. Last week on Dice and Dungeons, after finally escaping the city of Krebstadt, the party has set sail towards the Kormer Republic. They've chosen new false identities, now having to deepen the levels of their deception since they had sort of a disastrous run-in with the voice. Now, first day aboard the Zephyr is where we rejoin the party.
Well, that was a good long rest.
Yeah, it feels like a while since we last had a long rest.
This is exciting so far.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's so wait, we're leaving Krebstadt now proper.
You are, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. You picked up the supplies.
Well, we were long resting.
Yeah, you guys were asleep. The ship sailed out just over the horizon, came back, stopped at port, got some basic supplies, and then sailed right back out.
Alright.
Yep, we're on a boat again.
So we didn't have any opportunities to do anything while we left.
Not if you want a long rest. Oh.
No. I won't put propaganda in the sky this time then.
Yeah, you were asleep when they came back. It's actually probably around like 11 o'clock, 11:30 in the morning. You slept a long time. You've been
Busy.
busy.
We got shelled.
Yeah, you
And
were
lost
taking
in
some
a-
time to
in a
recuperate.
maze again.
Yeah.
Saw a
that-
giant clam.
Is that otter still with you, also?
Of course. Yes. His name is Adamor.
Uh-huh.
Adamor is the otter's name. He can understand what I say, but I can't understand it, which is unfortunate. We could have wonderful conversations, I'm sure.
What would you talk about with Otter?
Well, we could talk about
Clam.
clams and maybe oysters.
Scallops.
Yes, sea life
Mussels.
kelp.
Go. Yeah.
Breaking things open on your belly with rocks.
You do that
I've
all
never
the
seen
time.
Olaf do that.
No,
You haven't?
He does that all the time. What are you talking about? Every weekend I see him out on the back porch breaking clams open with rocks on his belly.
so
Does it count if you're laying on your back and breaking pistachios open and letting the shells fall on your belly?
I don't think that's
so
what
is,
this
is Captain Bob here?
Is that going to be a Twitter poll?
We'll look around for the captain.
It's his ship, so yeah, you find him after a
Oh,
minute.
good, yeah.
Yeah.
You who are Captain Bob, I guess.
You who are Ultheth, I guess.
Well, no. Well, yes and no. Sometimes Ulsa Ralph, other times I will be Uther Robert.
Is this spelled with an A?
No, there is
You
no.
don't get that reference.
It just sounds like there should be an A in there. Roabert, Robert.
Hey, that's where that goes?
What?
We have been.
Were you
wondering-
spelling it with a W?
No.
Like Robert?
Row.
No, you who are Captain Bob.
Yes.
Where is the galley, and is the food better on this ship than the last one?
Oh, probably. I didn't really sample much of the food of the last vessel.
What did you eat then?
On my own supply.
You know, when we came on this trip, you promised us room and board. So far, we have had even places like in Krebstadt, no room. And I think maybe, 2 meals the entire trip?
And a sack of jerky.
I don't know, does the pirate place count?
Yes, I promised you room and board. I didn't say how often,
Or if they
Or
be
the-
together.
or the quality of said room and or board.
You didn't say or.
We have gotten room and board at different points throughout this journey.
Well, I've certainly gotten bored.
Yes. And now, how long are we going to be on this ship?
Well, the first part of our journey shall be a week. We'll be stopping over at a small island that I know of to restock our freshwater supply. And then onward, another 12 days at sea. Do the same at a different island, and then make landfall roughly 7 days after that.
I see. And so, is there activity on the ship? Do we have, for example, shuffleboard, maybe daily bingo,
What are these-
pickleball?
What are these words?
I understand that you're saying words. None of them have any shuffleboard? Is there some sort of game that you like shuffle about on a board?
Is that one-person game?
Yeah, is that I didn't have that in my village.
No, I have no idea what these are. I'm just looking for some sort of
Can
entertainment.
you at least
you
direct
find a
us to the
pamphlet?
Lido deck?
The Lido deck.
Yeah.
I, again, know that you're saying things, yet don't understand them.
Is there perhaps entertainment? Do you have a band that will play music for us twice a day?
I imagine he
Perhaps a
has-
performance that you can put on in the evenings?
I
You
imagine.
do realize that you're on a legitimate business vessel.
Yes, it says that right on the side of it.
It says legitimate business
That's
vessel.
right under the zephyr.
Yes, it's a subtitle. I put it there ages ago. People got confused. Thought it
It's
was
on your
some sort
flag,
of-
too.
Thought it was some sort of pirate ship. I don't know what that was all about. But we know this is the Zephyr, a legitimate business vessel. And the flag above has, some sort of skull and cross swords, and it says in the stitching, Legitimate Business Venture Enterprises Incorporated Company,
LLC,
LLC
Oh.
Co.
Inc.
Yes.
I'll just cover all of the bases.
Okay.
If it's an entity, we're it.
So, where is the breakfast buffet?
It's lunch.
Yeah, it's like brunch.
Oh, a brunch buffet.
Mimosas.
You know,
Moses would be most.
Maybe a crow sandwich.
all of you company of blades folk, you get spoiled.
I miss the buffets.
Ah, yes.
And it's pretzels.
And footbox. And fritters. And ham.
This is a sailing vessel. We have things that hold up well over weeks without being refrigerated.
So where is the
What?
I think this is like the 5th boat I've been on. Maybe the 4th.
I think it's your second. Third?
Stillborough to here, to Krebstadt, a dinghy when we got picked up. Now this. So I guess it's my 3rd boat.
You were on
The Voices
the
ship.
Voices ship.
4 boats.
You are a mighty sailing lad.
I know.
One ship.
If you'll pardon me, I'm gonna do things and
What?
sail.
But tell us first where the brunch buffet is so that we may have brunch.
I think it might just be a kitchen.
Is your kitchen staff also full of characters?
You can go down to the galley. The cook, I'm sure, has something prepared.
Okay, let's go to the galley.
All right.
We're in the
Have a
galley.
nice day.
You pretzel day.
You won't find pretzels aboard
Was that
the
an
yacht.
intimidation?
Have a tangy day.
If it
No.
was, that would.
Oh no. I don't want a tangy day.
You know they deliver. I saw an ad on my way home, and they deliver. You can have the tangy crab brought straight to
Oh,
your
the
house.
real life thing.
Yes.
I think we looked at the menu.
There was one thing of crab on
There was
it.
one thing of crab, and then wasn't it just like,
tangy.
It was a lot of,
hamburgers,
no, it's all
or-
seafood boils, basically.
is that what it was?
Yeah, they whatever comes up out of the water in the net that day, they throw in a pot and boil it with some corn on the cob.
They don't sponsor us, by the
And
way.
then they dump it on your table.
We're giving them a lot of free advertising
So
to all the people in the greater central Michigan area.
The tangy crab will now take your money and then slop food right your front door.
are we in the galley yet?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not that big of a ship.
Is there any interesting characters in this room?
I mean, sure, if you want there to be.
No, we want brunch.
Who's serving brunch? And what's their tragic backstory?
I'm going to just inspect the stock and see what sort of food we're dealing with.
It's mostly easily preserved things. So there's a lot of cured meats,
Salt pork.
salt pork,
Salami.
jerky. There's some salami there. Yeah. They have some flour,
I brought a bunch of flour.
and there's a supply of fresh
Your
water.
flour's better.
No, it's from the tangy crab.
Oh, no, dump it.
I already gave it to him.
Is there anything cooked? Is there brunch, lunch, breakfast, food of any sort in the galley?
Not right now.
Great on this adventure.
Here's a banana.
There's some limes, lemons, oranges.
Coconuts.
Yeah, actually, there are some coconuts.
So why is
Put the
there no?
lime into the coconut.
So is the cook here? The chief cook, the galley meister?
Sure. Yeah.
You who are the master of the galley,
Yeah. What do you want?
we would like to have food. We just had a terrible adventure with Captain Bob, and are very hungry after a long rest.
Well, I'll have lunch ready in about an hour.
What is now?
Do you have any snacks available at this moment?
Some little yogurt.
Charcuterie plate?
She reaches over, grabs an orange, tosses it at you.
And an orange in your inventory.
There you go.
I peel and eat the orange.
We have interesting characters I can talk to for an hour.
Why do you want to talk to any of us?
What else are we going to do?
We could, like,
Most of
Just
our
say we wait an
clients
hour.
usually hole up in their rooms and then plot the destruction of whatever they're going after.
ooh, we could do that.
Yes.
I don't think we're much on plotting. It's more of
But we are pretty big on destruction.
We have made plans occasionally.
it's that other thing.
We could always just, practice our skills and do like a time jump.
No.
Do you have a
No, I insist it to be real time.
I must practice new accent.
This is going to take 19 days, not counting the time in Florida.
Oh yes, if you want it to be real time, which I'm fine with, then what we'll do is when we're done recording this, we'll go to bed because we record this at night, and we'll just leave it running, and then we'll wake up, and
You just want me to sit in front of the camera and just
Or
simulate what Nines does
So-
for like 18 hours?
exactly.
You who are master of the galley,
Uh huh.
now that it is only 55 minutes before lunch, do you happen to have a menu that we could peruse before we return and have our meal?
Menu. You think you're at a restaurant?
This is about as clean as Tangy Crab. Actually, cleaner.
Yes.
God, I should hope so.
It is much cleaner. My feet do not stick to the floor.
there's not mold everywhere.
Get food
There's
poisoning
only
from
3
the
rats.
crab. I don't think you're gonna get food poisoning here.
Oh, good. So then I assume you do not have a menu. It is like potluck.
I think it's the pot.
It is the pot.
And if you're lucky, it's something you like.
Okay.
At
Can
lunch,
we-
they'll be serving bread and soup.
Bread and
What's for dinner?
bread.
Dinner will be bread and a choice of meats.
Ooh,
What's for
choice.
lunch tomorrow?
Lunch tomorrow, bread and a different soup.
Made out of the meats that were left over.
Probably, yeah. I've got some dried peas in the back. Probably do something with that.
You can always season it with oregano.
I mean, sure.
I know where to find some.
It gets a little in your teeth sometimes. I don't carry much oregano. It's a ship. Spices are not always the best at holding up on sea voyages.
But I heard spices are spice of life.
Yes, I heard that too once.
Yeah, I guess.
So,
You're the weirdest clientele that we've ever brought on the ship.
see that? We are the best.
No, she said weird.
Yeah.
She said weirdest. Weirdest is
Yes,
very
weirdest, that's
distinctly
true.
different than this.
I'm gonna go check the soup now.
All right.
So we will, let's see, it's about 50 minutes now. Can time pass? Can 48 minutes pass?
No, I'm just gonna look.
You want
I'm gonna
to?
get way too close to that soup.
Okay.
And
Can I help you?
Let's look at that soup.
He's got a shed in it.
I don't shed.
You think anyone's gonna notice?
I will.
How much
Be the
other
first.
tabaxi hair is in there?
I mean, not much, but this is a legitimate business vessel. The quality of the food isn't necessarily worth writing home about. And most of the people that you saw when you boarded the vessel didn't seem like the type to have many opinions about the way that the charcuterie was plated.
so you keep saying this is a legitimate business vessel. Is the food better on illegitimate business vessels?
Probably.
I don't know.
Well, perhaps on the way back then. Can time pass, please?
Yeah.
Yeah, I keep saying
I'm
it.
gonna-
Let 46 minutes pass.
Do it. You want to roleplay lunch?
What interesting characters show up at lunch?
Yeah, we can meet the rest of the crew.
I'm gonna go to my cabin and
So-
practice lockpick.
All right, go ahead and make a roll.
15.
You are now proficient with the lockpick tools.
Really?
Wow.
I finally hit it.
After
You
How you unlock things?
You were
just-
incredibly close to the threshold at the end of last session, and
After lunch, I'm going
That's
to
it.
practice learning Fervent Tech from these new books that I got.
after lunch then. So,
80.
all right, I'll jot that down. Is there anything you want to do during lunch, or did you just want to get to lunch, ensure that you ate it, and then move on?
Well, I wanted to see who else is on the ship.
Yeah, we
Just
check,
legitimate business
we
vessel.
check out the crew.
Okay. I mean, you'd say there's probably about 30 people that
Wow.
gather around the tables. It fills about half the galley with this many people down here. None of them seem to have anything of note about them. A lot of them are wearing, well, what you've come to see quite a bit of after staying in Krebstadt and sailing down there, as pretty standard sailing gear. There's, you know, open shirts, kind of loose, let them stay cool, but they're all covered. They wear hats that tie down, some of them, keep the sun out of their face. Most of their clothes are sort of spotted, but not necessarily dirty, but certainly not new either. And they're all eating the soup, just sort of chatting away. Mix of a whole bunch of different races from around the world, all hanging out. Don't seem to pay you much mind.
Which one looks like they have the most tragic backstory?
The most tragic backstory?
Yes.
I'm guessing that the most tragic backstory is probably the tabaxi. There's a tabaxi whose fur looks kind of matted, and he's sitting with a group of other sailors, all just chatting.
Let's go for the tabaxi.
Okay.
Okay.
Tabaxi!
What do you want?
No tragic backstory.
Tragic backstory. I was living in Tabaxi, boy. And then
As all good stories start.
Tragic ones, anyway.
There's all good ones.
I opened business. I opened a restaurant. It did not go well. Over leveraged self, too many loans. Then had to board ship and keep that way. Turns out was not good at following chain of command. So boarded this ship. Chain of command is much smaller. Like it better. I fit in here. But my fur is always crap.
Well, the story wasn't that tragic.
No.
I mean, it was sad.
Who's the first mate?
The first mate
Yeah, the one under the captain.
changes from voyage to voyage depending on what we're doing.
Oh, okay.
Usually, yeah, the captain he chooses from many different officers to be first mate. All officers function at the same level. They all have different skills, and he calls on one of them depending on the voyage.
Do you know what his name is?
Whose name?
The captain.
No, he is captain.
We know something. He doesn't.
I have other question.
I still have more fur to rub off on you. Go ahead. At this point,
What do you think happened to Fervin?
At this point, you notice that he's sort of like scratching off some of the like matted fur on you.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to check you for fleas later, I think.
No. No more maps. Answer question. What do you think happened to Fervin?
Irvin who?
The guy. The guy.
Who did the fervent stuff?
Oh, the guy who makes all sorts of dangerous stuff. That the guy?
Yeah.
Oh, I think he pissed off one of the gods. They came, took him.
We haven't really gotten that answer before.
No, one's new.
That is new, yes.
Maybe it's right.
It could be.
Well, let's
does not-
ask God and find out.
Don't overreach. Don't try to do too much in life. Don't try to be ambitious. Doing so draws attention. Worst kind of thing you can have is attention.
Yes, I'm very aware of Tabaxi national anthem.
Don't do too much in life. Attention is the worst thing you can have. That's a vaccine has to land.
It sounds better in the original text.
It rhymes.
Louder.
What is your name? You who are tabaxi sad person.
My name is Vladimirovich.
Well, I cannot say it was most pleasant chatting with you, but you had a moderately interesting story. It is too bad that your restaurant failed. Perhaps Zoria could give you cooking lessons, and if you
Nope.
tried again in the future, you would have better food.
No.
Possibly. You want to teach me?
No?
Don't.
You like, I don't know, it's 10 days to teach him or something.
Yeah. Yeah, but he gets hair everywhere.
I get hair everywhere.
Let me give you my world famous recipe.
Okay.
He starts writing something down on a piece of paper that you're not sure where he got it from. Could have been his pants, could have been under the table. You're not sure. Pulls it out, starts writing on it. Hands you the paper. It smells like paper.
Okay.
Spice cake?
What's written on there is a tuna casserole recipe.
Yeah. Oh, famous, huh?
Yeah, pretty famous. He's what I based the restaurant on.
Recognize that recipe
Um,
outside of it being a tuna casserole recipe.
I mean, within Tabaxi, tuna casserole is one of the more popular dishes, and there's many variants on it. From what little you know of cooking, seems like a pretty decent recipe.
That's tuna in it, of course.
It has more tuna than a lot of the recipes you know. So it's a tuna heavy casserole.
Alright.
and it doesn't use any mayonnaise.
What does it use instead?
It uses clarified butter.
Well, that would probably be better.
So, you know, decent chance.
Well,
There's also
no.
fried onions on top that it calls for.
Crispy kind.
Thanks.
Is there any other kind? You're welcome. Maybe you can make success with that recipe. Turns out you can't open a restaurant with simply one dish.
Did you even serve like water with it? Or something to drink?
We're in Quebec, Savoy. You don't serve water dish. Why would you do that?
Yeah, why would you do that, Soria?
What do you
I'm
serve?
offended.
What? What do you drink with your meal?
Well, you know, whatever's around, as long as that's water.
You get enough moisture from the casserole. You don't need all that other liquid.
So, now that we've learned about tobacco culinary preferences,
Well,
Anthem.
you didn't
And the
necessarily
national
learn about Tobacco Savoy culinary preferences, given that this restaurant closed. It served one thing and had nothing to drink.
And then
about
the
we-
owner immediately left town.
So now that we know everything we need to know about Tobacco Savoy as a country,
what do we do with the rest of the day? Should we just have the day pass?
probably. I mean, unless we get attacked by like harpies or something.
Okay, well,
That's happening twice.
We've never been attacked by harpies before.
Well, maybe it was a dream.
does the day pass?
Okay, why don't we?
Just
let-
making sure that's what you want to have happen.
Yeah.
Yes, day passes.
After the day passes, it was a fairly sunny day, smooth sailing, quite literally in this case. And you rest overnight. I don't think you need to need the long rest, but it happens. And the next day, you wake up slightly earlier this time around. Your sleep schedule's a little off. You wake up at a little past 10 o'clock in the morning.
Well, so you should go fishing.
Yes, you who are a crewman, or woman, or person, or
Is a crew member just walking down?
you who are a crew member of the crew. Is there fishing gear aboard this vessel?
Yeah, there's a bit.
May I have a fishing rod and bait, please?
I'm sure
Get
there's.
a hook.
Well, it's all together.
No, you just
Line.
ask for the rod.
I would like the complete outfit. I would like the rod, I would like the reel, I would like the line, I would like the hook, I would like the sinkers, I would like the bait.
Get a silly hat too. That says I'd rather be fishing.
You have such a hat?
Galoshes. Galoshes.
No, just,
You know, has a say.
do you have that,
women
do
want
you
to
have that
fish
fishing
him.
gear?
Yeah, sure, there's some stuff below deck.
Okay, I go below deck, I get it. Back up and start fishing.
I like the yellow waders.
Paddington Bear boots.
Yep. So you start.
You need
I'm
to
guessing-
brush the water off the stick.
They're
Actually, they make a
Go-
squeaky sound, but I can't make that sound, so.
their galoshes pollution. Wherever you step, they create a puddle as you step,
Ooh,
and
they're magic
yeah,
boots.
yeah,
Huh.
they create a puddle as you step.
They might keep these.
Why is this here?
Nice. We could be the weird shoe gang.
The
Yeah.
weird shooties.
So I start
could be.
fishing.
All right. Why don't you go ahead and roll a d100?
Guidance. I don't think that works for 100.
103.
67.
Almost.
67. All right. As you cast your line out, sinks down, drags behind the ship. And you feel a harsh tug on it.
Ah, something has tugged at the fishing
It
gear.
looked pretty hard.
Make a strength saving throw.
Uh, 15.
You barely manage to keep yourself standing upright as you brace against the outer railing. Yep, holding on. The tension in this line is pulling harder and harder. You can barely hang on
I
to
hope this is 50-pound test.
What's up? You need inspiration.
It would have been easier to keep your footing if it wasn't wet where you were standing.
Make an athletics check.
Can I inspire Olseth?
Guidance.
See what happens first.
Oh, jeez.
Add your inspiration.
9.
Well, good number.
It is a good number.
You keep pulling, but you can't get it further up. You just can't wind that reel in. And then the line is now being pulled almost directly down behind the ship. And you feel it slacken and then tighten, slacken and tighten, slacken and tighten, slacken and tighten. And then
Olseth, what are you doing over there?
over
I do not know. This thing keeps going. Baka, baka, baka.
over the top of the railing, a gnarled, dead hand reaches over and starts pulling up this rotting corpse of a body. It looks at you and goes,
Also, why'd you go fishing?
What kind
Olseth, I said fishing,
what
not
kind of creature did it used to be?
Tell your sword flame on! Tell your
roll
sword
for
flame on!
initiative.
Dang it.
I haven't rolled yet. Sword flame on.
Can he turn
Whoa.
his sword on?
Let's do, since this is totally unexpected here, why don't we see how you do in the initiative, and if you roll higher than these enemies do, I'm gonna say that you have a chance to have a free bonus action and turn your sword on. If one of them beats you though, then it is not ignited.
Where on the ship were we fishing?
What'd you say?
Where were we shipping? Where were we shipping on the fish?
We're shipping everywhere
we?
on here.
Where were we fishing on the ship?
You were fishing on the back there, so I'm gonna turn the
Stern.
map on. And I'm gonna put the low camera because
Oh, you guys had a nice
back.
map. I could barely see with my 4 pixels.
yeah, you didn't really get to see the map quite as much there, did you?
Anyway, I got a 6.
Oh, that's
I had a great initiative roll.
Okay.
The crew must love us already.
Where'd the little captain stand-in go? Did the captain get put away?
Captain can't even help us in a battle.
I don't know where the captain stand-in went. So, we will use that guy as a stand-in. Please place that over there. Yeah, that'll do. Put the big guy with the sword coming out of him, put that over by you all. That's the guy that's reaching over the railing towards
Here,
Ulseth.
up above.
Up above. Basically, yeah, right next to Ulseth. Yep. And then those three, the orange base, go ahead and put that about there. Yeah. The yellow base put up on the very top deck. Yeah, about there. And then that put down closer to the captain. That'll do. Yeah. And now I need everyone's initiative. Starting with 9s.
6,
Okay.
3, 0.
Cool, Seth.
9. I seem to like your numbers.
So you're definitely not getting.
No flames.
Hey,
No.
they can roll like crap.
They are zombies, it looks like, from the picture and the description.
Okay, and for the captain, behind.
I like them more when
Victoria?
they're skeletons. 14.
Okay. So, the captain goes first, and let me get the battle music going. There we go.
What are these undead things wearing? What's that wear?
They are,
Like
They-
rotted clothes?
yeah, just rotted clothes, some tattered bits of armor, nothing that's really holding up here.
Okay.
Yeah, not great. So, first up is the captain. And the captain will step back to the kind of far side of the deck there. And,
Yeah.
yeah, take aim with his pistol. And which one is that on this? What's the number of the gray one?
9.
9. Okay.
Number keeps coming up.
Good number. I keep
one
saying that.
That's fine.
So he's gonna take a shot with his pistol, charges it up, pulls the trigger, lets loose a shot which pierces straight through the, well, I mean, the zombies. I don't know if you guys, I don't think any of your characters would have ever seen a zombie, but I mean, there's zombies.
We
Well,
saw
skeletons.
fleshless zombies.
Yes, you did see fleshless zombies. You saw skeletons. After connecting on that hit, let me roll for damage.
I've seen a lot of living zombies. Is that count?
The first shot that the captain lets loose,
You're a pre-zombie.
he shoots one shot straight through the center of the zombie, tears out a whole bunch of rotting organic matter from the other side, splatters this just awful smell, and this stench, this sulfur, rotten eggs, just nastiness is permeating the air. And let's see, the captain took that. Is there anything else I wanted to do? No.
Well, Captain,
Nope,
you have
that's
raised
good.
quite a stink.
I believe that you raised this stink.
Yes, that is true.
And now it is the first zombie's turn, because they actually rolled fairly well for their initiative. Who knew that zombies could do that? The zombie that is, it's the yellow base zombie.
5.
Yeah. That zombie starts to move down those stairs to its right. Yep. And then crosses over towards 9's. Takes a long sniff.
Nines. Are you still carrying all those brains?
And swings out with its just rotting hands and claws made of basically bone and a bit of fingernail at this point.
Gross.
Yeah, they're not pretty. I'm guessing yeah, well, your AC is greater than 6.
Yes, it is
Yeah.
greater than 6.
Wow.
Its slow swing reaches out and you manage to step back fairly quickly and easily without any difficulty. But then it lunges forward
Ah!
and
That does not seem fair.
what is your AC?
13.
It sinks its teeth into you and
Now we have to
pulls
kill
out a
mine.
whole patch of your fur, dealing 4 damage And then it thrashes with its other free hand and clubs you over the head with it, dealing an additional 7 damage.
Jeez.
Holy cow.
Oh, why did we go fishing?
The
Told me to go
next,
fishing.
No, he told you to go fishing.
I told him to go fishing, not zombieing.
Zombie.
the next zombie, which is the orange base there, moves 20 feet towards the stairs, but I don't think can make it further.
That's fine.
And will then use the rest of its turn to move up those stairs towards Soria. And will just kind of drool on your cloak.
Hey, my cloak.
It's staining it.
Oh.
Next up is the one that Ulseth pulled out of the water. And that one is engaged with Ulseth.
These things roll great in this.
Swings out. AC.
15.
This one catches you across the face with its claws, dealing 2 damage. Lunges out with its other hand, but misses this time as it swings wide and then attempts to bite you as well. And it sinks its teeth in, dealing 6 damage as it clamps down on your shoulder.
It didn't
And-
count as a missed melee slashing attack, did it? Since it wasn't using a weapon.
Yeah, it's a natural weapon, so you can't disarm that.
If it's zombie, I know.
I mean,
I have
you
disarmed
could literally
before.
disarm it. I've seen you do that. And now it is Soria's turn.
Do you want me to go support or offensive?
We need to deal with these fairly quickly, I think.
All right.
I already took out half my health.
Run away. Run away.
We're on a boat.
You're being flanked.
Use bonus action as a and wild shape into a wolf.
Okay. Bark, 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 bark.
I need to roll my hit points to as a wolf.
Every time I think of a wolf, I think of a really stupid video that I first saw on Twitter.
Alright.
Hey. Oh.
I'm gonna turn around and make a bite attack against the orange base.
All right.
I think, because if I move to, I would trigger an attack of opportunity.
You would, because you'd be leaving its
attack.
hitbox.
Yeah. So I'm going to turn around and make a bite attack at it. Now wolf has pack tactics, so I get advantage on any attack rolls against a creature. It's within. Well, actually, no. I am going to move and try and protect 9s, so it will get an attack of opportunity against me.
Basically, you're still within its range
Okay.
because it's got that box around it. You're all really close together
We're
there.
kind of clustered.
Yeah, and even though it's not perfectly represented, you could simply move within its hitbox
Right.
and go and attack that.
Well, I'm going to attack the yellow base.
Okay.
And pack tactics, since 9s is also next to it, I get advantage against it.
All right. Go ahead.
Needed that advantage. That's a 19 to hit.
Yeah, that'll hit.
All right. It takes 6 piercing damage,
Okay.
and it must make a DC 11 strength save or be knocked prone.
All right. DC 11.
Yep, strength save.
That will fail. So it is prone. I think. Do I have
Nice
prone?
going wolf.
I just knocked it over to be prone.
Yeah, I was like, do I have a prone status effect? I don't think I do.
I think
But
you-
knocking it over is just fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I go, I look at nines and go, hey.
Oh. Oh.
Because I'm a wall.
I cannot
Not
think of that stupid video. If there's any listeners out there who understand that, you win this week.
Alright.
Good job.
Did some damage, knocked it prone, and my turn.
Perfect. That brings up Wolseth.
Finally. Can I use a bonus action to light my flaming sword?
Yeah, you can.
Okay. Is there any way I can flank that one with nines, or is there no place to stand?
It's right up against the
It's on
rail.
right now.
You would have to move outside of the ship to get
That's
on
a
it.
great plan. You should do
You
that.
could stand on the rail. That would be cool.
You'll have advantage because you have the high ground.
You'd have to constantly be making acrobatics checks, and you're wearing boots that create water underneath you.
I will attack.
I'm gonna make you make acrobatics checks at disadvantage.
I'm just attacking. I'm raising
The
my
brown one.
my flame tongue longsword and attacking the brown one.
All right.
21.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Right.
Fire would be good against his
I
own.
do 6 slashing damage.
Okay.
And 10 fire damage.
6 plus your strength, right?
Yeah, plus 4. Sorry, 10 slashing damage
10 fire.
and 10 fire.
And
You're definitely the heavy hitter of the group.
hang on here
Nice.
just a moment,
Succeed.
because as you do that, you take off one of its arms as you swing your sword
Yeah, I was
through,
able to disarm it.
and just
Yeah, good job.
it goes flying off.
Into the wall.
This black ooze is now spilling onto the deck from inside of its stump, and it makes just the worst smell you've ever smelled, including the tangy crab storage room.
Why did I-
need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Why did I choose an animal that has keen smell?
Does this one actually have keen smell?
Keen hearing and smell.
Okay.
15.
Although you feel the urge to retch, you're able to suppress it. Because it is a horrible smell. But you have
They are going to have to do much deck swabbing when this battle is completed.
removed one of its arms.
Is it on fire?
It is not on fire.
Well, I raised Salashala.
You used your bonus action.
Oh,
Yep, so
my two-handed. No. Okay.
yep. And that brings us to the last one of the zombies who's down near the captain. That zombie is going to move its full action towards the captain.
It's 30 feet, but if their movement speed's less than that, yeah.
Yeah, their movement speed is less than that.
Gotcha.
Nines.
I'm gonna cast Tasha City's Laughter on the orange base one. I'm not sure if zombies laugh, but we'll find out.
Jaw just fall off.
Dropping joke.
I heard Captain had a great deal on ship. Do you want to know why? Because they had a sale.
That was a good one, Nines.
Yes.
All right.
I would fall on the deck laughing if I were
What's
the target
DC
of that.
14?
Yep, wisdom.
Yeah, they fail.
So it falls
So-
down the stairs.
So it was on that one there?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, actually it was on the stairs. So since it falls prone, I'm gonna make that take a little bludgeoning damage as it falls. That will take not a whole lot. It takes a little bit of damage. And it is now Wheezing is the closest. That you can put that on there.
No, it is hideous laughter.
Yes.
It's just
It's
sort of
not
like,
hideous. Part down. Don't laugh.
dead.
I need to make sure you hit that thing, because if I move, it will kill me.
You got gong and fire.
Gone.
You have the power of the crab now.
It is time for crab.
And that's going to bring us back up to the captain. The captain is going to use his bonus action to disengage and move 30 feet.
That one?
Yeah, that way. Turn around and unleash his shot at his pursuer. Which connects, and he's gonna shoot another shot straight through its gut.
Is that through the same hole so it doesn't do anything?
No. This one is a little higher up.
Oh, good.
It pulls out more of its...
If you're too accurate when you have big gaping holes, it stops doing damage.
Alright. Okay. Sorry, just making sure I got that right, and I did. It is now the zombie's turn. So the one that got knocked over behind Nines, that one stands up and looks at the wolf in front of it.
Hey. Oh.
I'm gonna go find that clip. I'm gonna edit that in here so people know what we're talking about.
You're gonna what? Stupid meme videos into our show.
Yeah, we want to be popular.
Yeah. That's what we need. We
There's
only need
a
these
break in
stupid
the
memes.
action. Hey! Oh! I'm gonna do? I'm gonna have a button on the stream deck over here that just does that every time I feel like it. Just boop, plays that clip. That stands back up, swings out at Nines.
Oh no.
What?
Oh.
What is the chance to hit? Your AC was what again?
13.
13?
You need armor.
Swings out, misses with his first attack. Second attack, also flailing wildly, and then tries to bring its claws down on you, but you're sort of fighting and pushing off of it, just punching away as its teeth gnash at nothing but air. It's like I'm trying to think of something that's just like, think of like the alien from Alien, and it's just biting at you, trying to snap at you.
I pull out my shotgun and I shoot it while I'm inside the elevator.
How do you hold your shotgun with a chainsaw for him?
Yeah, that's a good point.
The one that got hideous laughed,
Lapid.
hideous laughed. Let's see if it makes save to stop doing whatever it does.
Rolling on the floor laughing.
It doesn't, and it continues to do some sort of weird wheezing drool. Then the one next to Ulfeth swings out with its remaining arm, finding Ulfeth across the head and dealing 2 damage to you, then trying to further knock you off balance and bite into the side of your face, which it does,
Oh, you need that to look
dealing
pretty.
5 damage to you with its mouth and pulling away some flesh on the side of your cheek.
But this is going to take some healing.
Now Saria's turn.
I will. I feel like we need to focus and kill one, so I'm gonna turn around to face this brown one that's taken the most damage. And
You're not the one that's killing me.
well, they're both. If we kill this one, Ulta can come around and we can focus down on yellow. But it's just gonna keep getting up if I knock it prone.
So you're telling me if you knock it down,
It
it gets back up again?
Yeah.
I guess you're never gonna keep it down.
I'm gonna tub thumb the zombie with my teeth.
We're just a string of stupid media references. That I think that's 99% of what D&D is.
I'm pretty sure I hit with a 23.
Yes.
Five piercing damage, and it has to make a strength save or be knocked prone.
What's the save?
11.
You bite into it with how much damage did you say?
5.
5? It doesn't fall over this time. It just kind of wobbles back and forth, but doesn't stumble.
Okay. That's my turn.
Okay. Well, Seth, you're up.
Do I take a chance and go after the one that's attacking Nines?
I think you should kill the big thing.
If you run over and attack
Yeah.
yellow, then the brown one's just gonna attack Nines. He's clearly the spongy and delicious.
I am delicious.
24.
Yeah, that'll hit.
It does 9 slashing damage and 7 fire damage.
You should use your bonus action to adapt one of your stances.
You slash through it and just completely bisect it through its torso. It stumbles around for a
I
second.
guess with a zombie, that doesn't mean it's dead.
It's the top half falls over the side of the ship, and its legs continue to stumble around the deck for a little bit aimlessly and then fall over. That one's effectively dead.
Does it have obnoxious, unusable magic shoes to round up?
Let's see, I haven't used my movement yet. Move me.
It's got some shoes of
Move me
tripping.
around so I'm flanking the yellow basic zombie. Okay, can I use my second attack?
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to do that. It's just a Lashalar, so it doesn't do that much damage, but
It's more than I'm ever gonna do.
it is a 25.
You do have advantage because you're flanking.
Oh, I can roll for nat 20, can't I?
Yeah.
But I don't. I get a 17. So
It's still hit.
I do 6 slashing damage.
Okay. And as you do so,
Disarm.
you find that basically how I'm going to say this happens, you run over, and as you're running past to get on the other side, you take your offhand and drag it across one of its legs, dealing quite a significant blow to it, and severing that leg. It falls over and is now prone.
Oh.
And that brings us to that zombie that's chasing after the captain. It will use its full movement once again to move after the captain, but not be able to do anything else. Nines, it is your turn.
I'm angry at this thing that is now on the floor, so I am going to stab it with my
Rapier?
my rapier. I was gonna say rusty rapier, but it's not rusty anymore.
Yeah, I got cleaned up.
So
What was her name? Yid?
whatever. Everyone just does nice things for me. I don't remember all their names. All right, that's gonna be a 22 to hit,
Yeah, that'll hit.
and that's gonna be 4 damage.
Okay.
And what was that? Trying to figure out where it said I could do my second attack with just my claw. But I don't see it on here for some reason. I miss my digital format. Well, I'm just going to inspire Soria.
Oh.
Because it's time for crap!
You said you did 5 damage?
I did 4 damage.
4 damage.
I am not very good at hitting things.
That's very.
Okay. That brings us back up to the top with the captain. The captain is going to use a bonus action disengage, run over to the other side of the ship, open fire, aiming at that zombie's head.
Oh, the head.
Finally.
Hits with that, dealing not what. There is a hole straight through the zombie's head, but it just stands there almost like nothing happened, as liquid is now pouring down its face from the empty cavity that now sits between its 2 former ears. The next zombie up is the yellow base, which is going to use half its movement to stand up. Pulling itself
Gets knocked down.
up on Ulseth. But I will see, before it does that, I'm going to see if it can pull itself up on Ulseth, because it needs a little help getting up. It's missing a leg at this point. And I need to make a contested athletics check here.
Nice.
9.
That one.
I was like, wow.
Yeah, that really sucked.
So in the end, just to pull itself up on Ulseth and is now clawing at you. As it
Ulseth, why did you help him up?
dealing
Polite.
Will you bring him onto ship?
4
help him kill
damage
me.
with its first hand as it claws at your exposed skin. Misses with its other hand as it's sort of just like flailing on the other side of you, and then tries to sink its teeth into you. Your AC is 15, right? Then this will come down and deal an additional 5 damage with its bite as it sinks its teeth into yet one more victim and tears some flesh out of your bicep.
Not looking that good, though.
How are you two doing?
Not doing
Let's
well.
see if laughs at joke zombie. What's the DC?
14.
14. Well, yeah, it won't.
That's a good joke.
It's still rolling around. So, Soria, it's your turn.
There's no chance it just like rolls between the pillars on the balcony and just falls back into the ocean.
No, it's sort of just laying on its back.
Hideous
Yeah.
laughter.
Yeah.
It is.
I will bite at the zombie at the leg that is still there. Nat 20.
Baby.
Okay. You crit.
All right. That is 1. I'm rolling bad on damage. That is a total of 7 piercing damage. And it makes a strength save or gets knocked out again. I pull
It
its leg.
falls down again as you pull the leg out from underneath it, and it's now sort of flailing around. Ulseth, it's your turn.
Keep knocking the zombie down.
I'm going to use my bonus action before I do anything else
Okay.
and use Second Wind
Go to heal.
to do some healing. Well, which only gives me 7 health points, but that's
I know.
probably enough to stay alive for another turn. And then I raise my main hand.
You need to give this sort of cool name.
Yeah, I do. Give it a name too. That would be 18.
That'll hit. You should call your sword Arwen Sword Replica.
Or not. 9 piercing damage, 9 slashing damage, and 7 fire damage.
Behold the mystical powers of Arwen's Sword Replica. Original 2 movie.
I'm
When
trying
you-
to disarm it.
There's no need. As you plunge your sword down through its chest, it just, everything collapses in, and it stops even having little like sputtering.
Dude, a bunch of weird crustaceans crawl out of it.
Yeah, they do. Covered in this black ooze that's seeping from underneath it. You pull your sword back up and it's dead.
Luckily, your sword's on fire, so that will clean it.
Yes. And good
Anything-
thing my armor is still gleaming.
Anything else you want to do?
And I'm glad I've got water boots because they just keep washing themselves.
Just move and block stairs to stop them from killing me, Olsef.
Oh yes, so that it will kill me instead.
Yes, it's fine.
I do move like 15 feet.
Okay.
Can you move me to the top of the stairs? Not that one. This to your left.
These
I
stairs?
don't know. The stairs with the laughing zombie.
Yeah, right there.
Yeah.
You know,
That's where I moved you first.
I wanted to move 1 square back. There. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Zombie's dead.
I mean, I suppose I could use my offhand and stab it while it's laughing, but does that trigger a
Since you used your bonus action, you won't be able to use your
oh,
second
that's
attack.
right. I did.
Yep.
A second winded. Okay, I'm done.
Okay. That brings us to the follow me zombie, at which continues to do so and moves across the way there. Then Nines.
I will walk behind Olsef. Olsef, let me hit you! Smack.
Oh, thank you.
And I think it's a D8. It's not written on my spell list.
1d8.
1d8 plus 4, I think.
Yeah, and I believe so. 1d8. It's 1d8 plus your spellcasting modifier. So since you're charisma, it's your charisma modifier.
All right, so you are going to get 10 HP back.
Oh, thank you. That feels much better. I think I will be able to stand here and protect you now for some time.
Yes, and we got this pretty handled. I think that ends my turn.
Okay. That will bring up behind you the yellow base up behind Nines. It has climbed up the fishing line that still dangles over the side. And then
I thought it was dead.
This is a new one.
Then
Accent.
the gray one that comes up kind of next to the captain there.
Here.
Yeah, but yeah, that'll work.
Like just the top half?
These are new zombies.
These are new zombies,
Oh, we're
but
doing
we only have
bigger
so many
economy.
zombie figures. Yeah, figure economy. The captain will use his bonus action to disengage, running towards Stairs Zombie. And I'm gonna see. Let's see if he can make an athletics check to. Oh, that is a nat 20 athletics check. Yeah, he parkours right over the top of that zombie, and is now above it on the stairs. Takes aim at the one he's been firing at. Hits, and I don't even need to roll for damage. There's 1 hit point left. that one is shot to the ground now. And that'll conclude the captain's turn.
And then that one comes out from inside Ulseth's body.
And the one that lays the laughing zombie continues to fail. It's a hilarious joke you made.
It was very good.
And then we're back to Soria. Hey.
Hey. Oh. Woo.
Can you get on the back of it, or are you on the rear?
I would have to somehow push past it to get behind it. Or are you saying I should go the other way?
Oh no.
I could go up like that.
Oh, there's the stairs there.
Yeah. I could get up that way. I was planning to block its path
Yeah,
from
go there.
nines.
Yeah. I forgot that it was still upstairs.
So I'm gonna slide in there, and I guess I'll just keep biting at it. Use this wolf form.
Okay.
I don't get advantage. 16.
16 will hit, yeah.
Rolling like that. 5 piercing damage, and it makes a DC 11 strength save. It gets knocked prone like all the other times.
You bite into it, grabbing some bits of flesh, if you can call it that, from its side. Tastes terrible. And
Like soup.
it does not fall over.
Okay.
That brings us to Ulseth's turn.
Okay, I can't get to the yellow one. Because I have to go up the stairs and then back across, right?
You could get like here
Yeah. But I can get to the brown one.
if you like jump over the railing.
No, the stairs are right there.
I mean, yeah, but they're covered in zombie uncaptured.
Yeah, can I climb over the railing
I
to
just
get up?
hop over the railing, right?
Yeah. I would say that probably takes...
Athletics check, maybe?
it's not that difficult to just vault over a railing, so I wouldn't even make you roll. But I'd say that it would take half your movement to go from there to below by vaulting over.
No, I want to go up. The
You want?
yellow one.
Oh, I think you're talking going down the
I want to
stairs.
climb up over the railing.
Then that would definitely take an athletics check. Yeah.
I'm going to try that.
So you up here and then attempt an athletics.
19.
Yeah. You manage to pull yourself up. You can move like once. You can have like 5 more feet of movement
Be like there.
if you want, but it does take half of your movement that round to pull yourself up. So you only have about 5
Yeah,
feet of movement
I
left.
couldn't get behind it, could I? There's not enough room there.
No.
Railing,
It's
stupid
just
railing again.
railings.
No.
Okay, I raised
Like we're on a boat or
I
something.
raised my yet unnamed flamey sword
Unyet named Flamey Sword.
and attempt to, let's see, its weapons are its teeth and its claws. I'm going to attempt to cut off its head
Okay.
because I want to just detooth it.
Yeah, go ahead. Take a swing.
15.
That'll hit.
Jeez, that was terrible. I do 5 slashing damage and 4 flame damage.
9 altogether then?
Yeah. And then I raise the Lashalar.
You said 5 slashing damage and 4 flamey damage, right?
Yes.
Okay. As you do so, yeah, you actually take its head off.
Well done.
And the body stumbles around for a second and then rights itself. And you may continue.
Yeah.
Where'd the head go?
Oh, that went into the ocean. Yeah.
No, you can't keep it.
How are you gonna get ahead in life?
He's a Lashalar.
I know it's got it.
Attempt to disarm.
Bark, bark.
11.
Eh.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Doing all of 7. Who goes better than the other?
7 damage.
7 slashy damage against its arm.
As you bring your blade down, you manage to knock off one of its arms. So it's now 2 legs, a torso, and an arm just sort of standing there
One attack.
with another
actually.
arm flailing around in the ground. Just you're getting sprayed with
Of course.
black ooze, and so are you, Soria.
Bark.
It's staining your fur.
Fog.
Anything else you'd like to do?
It's pretty much all your actions.
I only ask because he has action surge stuff.
I do have
That's
action
fair.
surge yet.
Fair point.
Let's try to get this over with. I use action surge to raise my unnamed sword one more time.
Maybe we'll call it the zombie header.
7.
7. Having removed quite a bit of your target, apparently you
I
have the
couldn't find what
struggle
else
hitting. Yeah.
Yeah.
You swing wide and just sort of splash some of the black goo around on you and your companions.
Bark.
Nines, it's now got a little bit of this black goo on the back of your head now. And it is your turn.
Well, Seth.
It is not my fault. It is this thing that is spewing hideous smelling goo. The entire deck practically is covered in this stuff.
I'm not cleaning that.
What do you want to do?
I'm gonna walk over to the banister
Okay.
towards the green guy. I guess I'm taking Soria with me. Yeah, a little closer to it. I'm like leaning over
Yeah.
the banister at this zombie. It's like pulling over. I just have to be within 30 feet of it.
Uh-huh. This one here.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna turn to it. Yeah. Hey, zombie! We're tired. Party's over. You have to go over there and jump off the side and swim towards the brains over there as I cast suggestion on it.
What's the save?
14 again.
14?
It's always 14. Unless I get...
It takes no movement.
It does break your concentration on hideous laughter.
So
Yeah, we can probably take it now.
hideous laughter is now removed from that one.
But he's still on the ground.
Yes, yes. That brings us to the yellow base one, which has not much to do because there's not much of it
It
left.
has one arm.
It swings out at Soria, and wow, that was unlikely. Even with blind, manages to find you in its flailing, dealing 3 bludgeoning damage to you. And it stumbles in between the two of you and kind of follows down the rail.
I don't like that.
Yeah,
So,
moving that way.
attacks of opportunity.
Yeah.
13.
That'll hit.
5 piercing, and it makes a strength save.
It somehow manages to make that strength save. So you pull out, basically, you bite in and like pull off all of its calf, and there's little tendons of its hamstrings just sort of dangling out, and just black liquid everywhere.
Tastes like crab poop.
It's worse than that.
Worse than crab poop.
So does
it's
every
just with
time
advantage.
Olsef take a step, does that
I got
let me?
advantage because I have pack tactics.
I attack with my opportunity attack, using my main hand.
Yeah,
That would be 22.
that'll hit.
This time doing
It's dead.
enough damage to kill it. Yay!
Since the minimum amount that you could roll there was 3, and you have more than a 1 on your strength modifier, I know that it's dead. As you bring your sword through it, now bisecting that one diagonally, it falls over and just spills its black liquid over the decks, staining them now. Which brings us to the zombie down below, 8, which is going to move towards zombie number 7 there with the orange base, and won't be able to do anything because it just sort of, it's kicking that zombie. It doesn't understand like how to really get over it, so it's kind of stepping on it and kicking it. And now back to the top with the captain, who takes a step back, goes around 9s, and goes one more. Looses the shot at the one that is standing, but misses this time, and
Jeez,
it
Captain.
splooshes into the water just on the outside of the ship.
Captain, you're supposed to hit zombies.
My apologies. The one that had been laughing, now no longer finding anything funny, stands up, climbs up the stairs, and uses its movement.
It really only has like 2 spaces from standing, right? Because
Yeah, it would only have 2 spaces from standing. It would have to use both of them to get up the stairs and then over, so it uses its action to continue to move towards 9s.
well, that is
From the bottom of the stairs
It was-
up to where you can navigate.
here, right?
And then 1.
2.
You wouldn't be able to navigate that particular one because there's a railing right there.
Okay.
Yeah, it's hard to like see because it's all flat,
Yeah.
but it would be basically impossible to navigate.
Okay.
You would have to cross diagonally upwards and through a rail. So that actually takes its action to get towards 9s, wanting to thank the person who told the most hilarious joke ever, and it's Soria's turn now.
Well, I'll turn around and I'm really tired of biting zombies.
Tastes terrible.
But you keep doing it.
To save you,
I think you mean
16 to hit.
that'll
Throw
hit.
some oregano on it first.
9 piercing, and it has to make a strength saving throw.
You guys haven't done much to that one in a while. Oh, that was a pretty good attack, though.
Yeah, it was my
Yeah,
best. I
yeah.
finally rolled above a 2 on a d4.
It manages to make the save, so although it stumbles for a moment, it stays upright. And Ulseth, that brings us to you.
Let's see, I can't flank it, can I? Because
No.
it's already been flanked.
Yeah, there's not a configuration that would allow you to flank it.
Well,
Probably was not a very good place to be then, sorry.
I just turned around. I'm a wolf.
And you're hungry like one.
okay.
Yeah.
Move me down the stairs and put me on the other side of the zombie. Yeah, between me.
Like,
Can I get there where 9s is?
we can get there.
Yeah, I can sort of protect 9s.
Yes, protect me!
I will try to protect you. That would be 14.
Yeah, that'll hit. I don't know why I spaced out for a second. I was like, yeah.
7 slashing damage and 7 flaming damage. fire damage.
You did an awful
As
lot
you
of ones.
swing your
That
sword
really
through,
puts out a lot of damage.
you take off one of its arms and splatter goo all over yourself.
More goo. And I raise Alashalar and attempt to behead it.
Yeah, go ahead.
That will be a 20.
Okay. That will hit. Go ahead and roll for damage.
Will be 7. 7 slashing damage to its head.
Although you aim for the head, you wind up finding more of an arm, and you cut off its other arm. You have now completely disarmed it. And that brings us to Nines' turn, unless there's anything else you'd like to do, which I don't think you can, because you used your movement and your bonus action and your action.
Well, I will succeed where Olsef has not, and I will stab it through its head with my rapier.
Go.
Another double, okay. So that's going to be 30-20 to hit.
That'll hit.
That'll burn.
And
Bad,
3
bad.
damage.
Hey, you're using the same.
3 damage.
3 damage.
You run your blade through one of its eyes, and the eyeball comes out with the rapier on the other side. And when you draw it back, the eyeball falls off and rolls in the deck. But the head does not come with it, and it stays standing where it is.
And then the eye unfurls, and it's actually a little roly-poly isopod.
The brown base moves up towards Soria and swings out. The only really fully intact one, hitting you with 2 bludgeoning damage. Oh wait, I'm sorry. No. 6 bludgeoning damage.
That's way worse.
Ooh.
And then it swings out again, hitting you with 3 more bludgeoning damage.
I'm out of wolf form.
And now it... What's your AC?
Non-wolf form, it's 14.
Okay. That will... Again?
It's the last blow. And
And it does 3 piercing damage with its bite on you as it sinks into your shoulder.
I'm a zombie too.
Which brings us to the captain, who moves towards the stairs to his left, and then kind of forward a little bit, trying to get a good shot on those 2 zombies. Raises his pistol, lets loose his shot at the orange base zombie, and that will finish it off. The shot blowing clean through its head, and it falls over limp, spilling more of its goo all over the decks, which are now quite covered in this black substance. Soria, that is your turn.
Okay. I'm gonna take 2 steps up here. It does get an attack of opportunity.
And that will not hit.
Alright. And then I am going to pull out a little vial of water, drop it in my hand, just a single drop. Wave my hand over it to create a ice shard,
Okay.
and hurl my ice knife at level 2 at it.
Okay.
That's a bad roll, but it's an 11 to hit. They don't have great AC.
That'll hit.
Alright. It
Is
does.
this slashing or piercing damage?
This part is piercing
Okay.
for 5 piercing.
All right.
And then the shard explodes in contact, and it must make a dexterity save.
What's the DC?
15.
That fails.
And it takes 13 cold damage.
So 18 damage altogether.
18.
Wow.
That was pretty
Nicely done.
amazing. Good ice throwing.
Thank you.
The most I can do is 10.
I can never do that
It's now,
because we're always crowded around them, and it does an area of effect of 5 feet.
Oh, yeah.
It is got a frosty cover to its front now.
And I'm going to take the last little bit of movement and move over here.
All right. That brings us to Ulseth.
Okay, I will step in front of it.
Mm-hmm.
No, and blocking its movement to the stairs. Raise my flaming longsword.
Mm-hmm.
Slash at its head,
Yep.
getting a 16.
That hits. Go ahead and roll for damage.
This time I get, not bad, 10 slashing damage and 10 fire damage.
Fire and ice.
Yes.
You
Someone
bring
write a book
your
about that.
as yet to be named flamey sword down and completely cleave the target in twain.
It's the
As
zombie
it's
heather.
I missed its
half.
head.
Slides
missed
off
that.
and into the water, and its lower half stumbles and falls, which brings us to the end of combat.
How beat up are you both?
I'm half my HP. If that was a thing. I feel about half as healthy as I did when I started.
Alright, I'll go and start stuffing oregano in everyone's wound. It's a good anti-zombification thing.
It's the only thing we can do.
Insight check.
Fine, I squeeze some lemons in the wound.
And salt.
I do have a pound of salt.
It's nice salt too.
You guys, yeah, you smell like crap.
I'm going to grab a rope that's tied to the ship and just dip myself in the ocean for a little bit.
Okay, make an athletics check. Give yourself
I just wanna
guidance.
clean up.
You are holding on to a still moving ship.
Easy peasy. That's 17.
Sure. You're smart enough to kind of like knot yourself into the rope and then
I just
jump
hold
in.
on.
Okay, great. You jump in and get dragged through the salt water to clean yourself off.
Better than whatever this is.
That's true. I mean, that was all sorts of rotted junk and like emulsified guts and brains and blood. I mean, the ocean is mostly just kraken pee. So it's not nearly as bad.
Like 73% kraken pee.
Yeah, about 73% kraken pee.
It's just 3 kraken.
Hey, you don't want there to be 4. We're throwing everything
You
off.
who are our captain.
pH balance.
You who are captain.
Yes.
Yes. Is there a facility in which we can wash off this guck?
Yes, I believe that your traveling companion
I
has
climbed
found
back
it.
That's it? You have no showers?
Come on, guys. The
Yeah.
kraken pee is fine.
This is a sailing vessel. You know that, right?
So, no one ever bathes on the ship.
And it rains.
When it rains, yes.
Natural showers.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now jump in the kraken pee.
I do that too. I tie a rope around myself and jump in and what do I
I'll
need
be
to
at
do?
the other end ready.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead and make a athletics check.
25.
You're just fine.
Yeah.
Nice is not getting in your kraken pee. He's gonna clean himself the dignified way.
No.
Oh no! Oh Lord, no! Please stop.
How's that taste? Actually, I know exactly what that tastes like, 9.
Make
You
a
do.
Constitution saving throw.
8.
No. You take one lick
Yeah.
And
Over the railing.
yeah. Yeah.
So I just vomit onto the ship from where we're standing.
Might as well. It's not going to matter, given what's already
I
on it.
mean, I don't care where you do it, but you are throwing up.
Just make sure you make eye contact with the swabby that's come out while you
Just
do it.
stare at the captain.
I was drinking.
Yes, that's why I maintained eye contact.
Why are you doing this right now?
Because I'm a cat.
Okay, fair point. Good justification.
That was awful. Let's try again.
All right.
Oh, that was even worse.
Not just dry heaves.
You dry heave to the point where you lose consciousness, and you're now in like a cold sweat. You're unconscious, and basically the crew members drag you to your cabin and tuck you in.
They at least wash me off.
I'll pour some water, salt water over him.
Sure. Yeah.
I'll just get a bucket. Pour it in, yeah.
Everyone's just gonna cover me with salt water.
Yeah. Not using the fresh water, that's hard to get.
I literally have a thing that just makes it.
You ever
I don't know how it
poisoning?
Oh, the lever!
I tried saying flame on and it didn't do anything. That's all they wanted to
Do
do.
something. Wait, you've seen how it works. All what you really
not
just end up
just gonna-
doing is just pour a bunch of meat
I'm
on
not
top of
just
me.
gonna start using your stuff without permission.
Why didn't you use
Like, that's
fresh
rude.
water to wash yourself instead of...
I'm a cat.
Of course.
I'd sprinkle your bed with oregano.
Well, one thing is very good about this. The stench is so bad that it will make the ship's food taste good.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to whatever slop is up for tonight.
It doesn't taste bad. It's just sort of limited.
Well, let us all go have a meal.
I'm actually gonna wait a little before I start eating. If I'm honest, I just bit like 15 times into zombie flesh.
I go down to
So
the galley.
you
and,
had a bite to eat.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. I go down to the
probably
galley.
swallowed a little accidentally.
What's on the stove in the galley?
At the moment, not much. They're cleaning up zombie goo.
Oh, got all the way down there, huh?
There was a lot of them. They were on all the decks.
Oh,
So,
Is that still our fault that they attacked us?
how about
I take a piece of jerky and eat it.
Okay.
no fishing for the rest
Actually,
of the trip?
is there still something on your fishing rod?
I don't know. I would pick up my fishing rod. Is there still anything on it?
Do you remember the head that you knocked into the ocean?
Yeah.
That.
Oh, would you like a
It's
head?
still moving.
I'm unconscious.
It's still moving.
It's like kind of gnawing on the
I
line.
just throw it back.
You could put it on a stick and use it as a weapon.
Just
Let's keep it in our bag of holding.
stab it on one end. You know, and then just.
Rub it on
I think
something.
we should put it in our bag of holding. We can use it for interrogation.
Not going in my bag.
You put it in a bag and then put it in the bag of
Nope.
holding.
It's going nowhere near my bag. You can put it in your bag of holding.
I'm unconscious.
throw the head.
I'm
Put it
Water.
in your
having a metagame conversation.
Nobody wants to get ahead, so
It sinks down.
Bon voyage.
Okay.
well, that was unexpected.
I like to take a nap or just sleep.
Well, what time of the day is it?
Well, past noon.
I'm gonna wait until.
I mean, you can.
We can just say time passes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
This is,
let's just take the day to recover, clean up.
yeah, cleaning up is good, but I am going to do some fervent tech training.
I don't know what to work on now that I've like mastered.
46.
46, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Then that will conclude second day. And the dawn of the third day comes. It's another nice day.
Is the ship clean?
No, not entirely.
Is the galley clean?
It's probably the cleanest part of the ship right now.
Okay. I go there and have breakfast.
Okay. There's some sausage and hash browns, basically.
Oh,
Because potatoes are pretty easy to store in a ship.
I let Nines and Zoria know that there's actually some fairly decent food if they want breakfast.
Sure, I'll have some breakfast.
It's bland, but
So did I sleep for like 16 hours?
Yeah.
yeah. Have you ever had food poisoning?
Yes.
So just imagine having
coworkers.
that. Did you say Fuddruckers?
No, I said thanks,
Oh,
coworkers.
Oh, thanks, coworkers. Oh, right. We once had a potluck, and that got you horribly sick, didn't it?
It wasn't a potluck. I went to the restaurants. They told me that were great.
Yeah, that's
local.
what happened. You went out to a local restaurant, got horribly sick. Yeah, you were really sick.
So just imagine that.
Oh, okay.
There.
And being a cat, so I just slept the whole day.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, at the time, you're staying with us at the condo, and you woke me up quite a few times by going to the bathroom that night. I felt very sorry for you in the morning.
So,
Don't worry, I got to throw up when I woke up that morning too.
well,
That
glad
clears the system.
everybody is watching. Now we know things
Yeah.
we didn't need to know. Does this day pass uneventfully?
Now we go fishing again.
That's up to you guys.
No more fishing. No more fishing.
I mean, it can pass.
Yes.
It's about midday, a pod of whales. Swim
Whales up,
by
catch the whales.
Yeah. Can you? Are you?
Oh.
you
I want to
the
look at
whales.
the whales. What's a CR on a whale?
A bit. A whale is probably like a CR
One.
like 6 or so, just because of its size. And
What kind of whale is it?
These are. No, let's say these be sperm whales.
Oh, there is a sperm whale stat block.
What a coincidence.
Oh, well, how about that?
Challenge rating 8. I'm never turning into that.
Yeah,
But you've seen it.
have seen it.
Yeah, you can put it on your list.
Yeah.
It's up there with dire crabs.
Things I've seen but can't turn into.
Ulseth. Wait, no, I can turn into Ulseth. Never mind.
All right.
I mean, Uther.
If there's nothing else that you want to do
Uther
today,
Robert.
the day will pass.
I do fervent tech training again.
All right.
I'm gonna
Play my Ziffer for the first time.
Yeah, you haven't done that in a while.
Well, I was passed out for
only
one day.
only 16. This
I'm gonna play oh no, I don't. I need to learn a new thing though. Dang, I didn't prep anything.
You didn't bring anything to do on a ship.
I was gonna do lockpick training, but I'm so good at it.
Yeah, it would only take you 5 minutes to.
You've been working on that for
Ages.
a couple of in-game, a couple of months now.
Yeah.
Out of game, a couple of months now.
Well, I got an 8 on my Ziffer.
Can I find?
You're really not getting much better at this.
Well, I didn't get much sleep last night.
Yeah.
Can I find someone on deck who has a playing card set and buy that from them?
Do you know how much a set of playing cards costs?
No idea.
Are you gonna give them? I want to see this. I want to see this
You
role
can
play.
you can get proficiency in playing cards. So that's my new thing I'm gonna practice.
Yeah, basically, it's I'm good at poker.
Yeah.
Is what that is.
Yeah.
I mean, there's some people in the evening passing the time by playing some sort of card game.
Can I buy your cards?
You wanna buy her cards?
Yeah. I want to learn how to play
Why do you want to buy her cards?
so I can learn how to play.
Why don't you just sit down?
Oh,
I'll
okay.
teach you.
Sure. Yeah.
What?
That works too.
All right. They teach you the game that they're playing, which is sort of an odd version of Go Fish, basically.
Is it called Go Zombie?
No.
Go shark.
Go whale. Go crab.
Yeah, we'll call it Go Crab.
All right.
For crab.
And go ahead and roll.
They have to hit the
roll
gong every
D100.
time they play.
77.
So you're a quick study, apparently.
I want to play for their cards.
They will not agree to that. There's not that many cards on the ship, and they're unwilling to part with them.
It's bad enough their 52 deck only has 48 cards in it.
No,
It always slows the game
playing
down.
cards are played with 48 card decks. I just learned that.
Look who's so smart.
Yeah.
Think you know about cards.
I counted all the cards.
You should say that at the next tournament.
Don't worry, I counted all the cards.
2, 3. I count them.
Yeah.
Okay. The day closes.
Hey, I wanted to yell at the captain to make him teach me more dances.
Sure. You can do that.
Captain!
But what?
I want to dance!
It's rather late at night.
Yeah, I slept all day. So I'm awake now.
And you feel like dancing.
Yes.
Why do you want to dance?
Because the moon's out.
I suppose that's as good of a reason as any.
See, there is
Allow
no
me
good
to
reason to
change
dance.
into something that isn't my sleepwear.
What is his sleepwear?
Yes, tell me.
He's hiding behind the door so you can't see it.
Well, I think you should come out and let me see it, as I cast suggestion.
That's a good use of the spell.
Let me see what happens.
This poor captain's being manipulated so much. And he doesn't know it.
I would prefer not to. Thank you, though. And he shuts the door slowly, lets it latch, and
Only I had someone who could pick locks, open this door so we can see what he's wearing.
I could just turn into a
4 or 5
spider,
minutes.
But I'm playing cards.
After 4 or 5 minutes, he comes back out wearing more casual clothes than you usually see him in. It's not like his sailing attire.
Oh, his dancing does.
He's wearing some kind of loose flowing pants and a loose half-buttoned shirt. And he's got his hair just swept back. Clearly just woken up, but it seems to be humoring you.
I understand that.
Okay, what kind of dance did you want to learn?
Well, we learned two-step, we learned Mamba. And I know nothing about the other culture's dances.
You want to learn the mamba?
Taught me that one.
Very well. Then I shall teach you the waltz this evening. It's quite simple. I don't have any music at hand. Perhaps you could play some music in 3-4 times. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Yes, can you do that? There, yes, very good. Are either of you on deck for this?
Playing cards.
Playing cards.
I'm turning into a hard criminal.
I was
grabs-
studying my fervent books.
He grabs one of his deckhands and begins showing you a 3-step waltz. And you simply move around the room, moving your body in time with the beat. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And he demonstrates the waltz as he gently spins and twirls throughout the deck. And there's a little glimmer in his eye as he starts to have fun with the music. Now, why don't you come in here and give it a try? And he grabs your lute and continues playing the same 1, 2, 3 rhythm as he hands the deckhand off to you. Make a performance check.
Should probably ask the deckhand's name.
Why? They are nothing. They are just dance partners. That is going to be a 16.
You reasonably imitate the captain's dance, and it's not very complicated. The waltz is fairly easy to learn, and it's an easy step to feel with the music. And you think you've got the basics of this. There, see, that is the waltz.
Look, I shall teach Ulsap, and he shall teach me more. Ulsap!
Very good. I am going to go back to sleep now. Night-night.
What is
on,
it?
Captain.
What is it, you who are nines?
Are you awake right now?
I was doing fervent tech learning.
Well, learn
I-
waltz.
I
You shall
haven't-
dance now.
I do not wish to dance. I wish to fall asleep. I have studied the fervent tech book, and I'm very tired.
Right now, you basically have zoomies. That's what's going on. You took a nap all day, and then you woke up and had way too much energy. Now you're just darting around the ship.
Just sliding on that blood.
Yeah, pretty much.
The good thing you have those wet shoes. Did you keep them?
Yeah, could I keep the boots? I'm not wearing them now, of course.
Oh, of course, that would be inconvenient.
Can you like tap the heels to turn the water feature on and on?
No,
All right,
it's always on.
let's see if they are actual magic boots.
Yeah.
Um,
Let's see.
They are not. They're not actual magic boots.
They were just wet.
They were too.
They're very wet.
But isn't that sort of magic?
No, I leave the boots out on the deck
Dry.
just because I don't
Alright.
need them anymore.
Anything else the three of you would like to do this evening?
No, I'm just playing cards.
Okay.
Harassing the staff and making too much noise.
Then,
Well,
as,
we are very good
I
at
think there's a
nautical
difference.
terms, aren't we?
as the dawn of the fourth day comes, we're going to take a quick break here. And we'll be back in a few minutes. So go ahead and freshen up, get yourself a drink, go to the bathroom,
Take 2 showers.
teach yourself the waltz. Take 2 showers. Why not?
Yeah.
We'll see you in a few minutes.
Okay, see you soon.
Welcome back, everyone. Hope you had a relaxing break. We did. It is snowing right now while we're recording this, so it's really nice outside.
It's nice to be inside.
Yeah, I don't know. I like the first like actual snowfall.
Yeah.
It's nice.
That's because you don't have to drive through it, like I do.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the nicest part.
And then after we're done recording, we're gonna make cocoa.
Yeah.
I'll take mine to go.
I'm gonna make cocoa.
Yeah, you're gonna make cocoa.
I'm the one who's proficient in cooking utensils.
And you've got a self-heating pan.
Yeah, you don't make it in a frying pan.
You could.
Yeah, I
Is
guess
hot
it could.
chocolate some sort of sauce in the saucepan?
Is this supposed to be interesting for the viewers?
It's food based.
We're gonna make cocoa in game as well.
I don't know.
Are you gonna
Okay,
live
let's put it-
stream making
let's do-
cocoa?
I just wanted to make some commentary that I'm happy it's snowing. Jeez.
I don't know why you're happy it's snowing.
Why
Okay.
are you happy?
I'm happy it's snowing.
Why are you happy?
Deal with it. We're back on the ship. It's day 4, and there's snow on the ship. That's what's happening now.
Then the weather's strange here.
I wanna make cocoa.
You do. It's delicious.
I don't share it with anyone.
Naya's initiate. Wait. Soria.
Yeah?
Hot cocoa.
Thanks.
I think you should give me some as I cast suggestion.
Ooh, what's the save?
14.
What
Wisdom.
kind? Wisdom? Oh, you're screwed. Yeah, I hit 14. Just. I rolled badly, but I have +7 to my wisdom.
Okay, next time.
Mm. I share the cocoa with the captain and the DM by proxy.
Oh, well, thank you.
Yeah.
I learned to live without cocoa.
You've never had it, so you don't know what you're missing.
I don't know what I am missing now. I'm going to go fishing.
Do it. Do it.
Okay.
I'm going fishing.
So,
Captain,
cast your line out.
if he goes fishing, are we gonna get more zombies?
I mean, possibly. I'm not sure. I don't think that the zombies were necessarily related to the fishing activity, though.
But they came up on the fishing line.
I think that was more happenstance than any actual cause and effect. I think those zombies were a remnant of the last client we took on.
Did
Your
You
last
took on
client turned
zombies?
into zombies?
No, the last client it took us to areas involving zombies.
and they were like chasing you underwater?
Well, that and other places, yes.
What are wait? What?
Wait, does that mean they're following you, or are they trying to get something back?
Not from us. I think they're more just still holding on to the bottom of the ship and occasionally climb up.
Kind of like, what do you call them, barnacles?
Where?
It's a bit like barnacles, brainless barnacles.
Where did you go that had zombies?
That is a strict piece of confidence.
Well, I think you should tell us.
You're using the crab as well.
All right. Here we go. No, I don't think that I should.
God, why is everyone rolling
that would
well?
be breaking
Even
the-
zombies are rolling well.
The trust between clients and I.
Who would you be breaking trust with?
My former client.
What's their name?
What was their group name? That is most important.
Yeah,
Well, I can't tell you, but I can say it was better than yours.
we don't have one.
Precisely.
So we know it's not the salt-worthy.
Did you catch anything?
No, I have not caught a thing.
Oh.
Have you tried
Well,
rolling a
that's-
percentage die?
It takes a while to go fishing.
I am trying to catch a meal for Ardamore.
No? Okay.
Roll a D100.
Don't get 67.
Don't roll the.
91.
Wow.
That might be good.
Or really bad.
You never know. It's a high number.
You cast out and
Guidance.
you pull up a pretty large cluster of like clams and oysters. It had all gotten kind of stuck together in a stray fishing net and some mud slurry. It's kind of gross smelling, but it's filled with things that an otter would like.
You who are captain,
Yes.
would you happen to have a large flat rock aboard the ship?
If only we knew someone with large flat rock.
Perhaps. I'm sure we have some rocks somewhere.
Well, could you retrieve one of those and bring it to Ardmore here? And I give the slurry of clams and oysters and other things to my otter.
It's your otter now? I thought it was our otter.
Feeding,
I thought it was a free otter.
feeding the otter
Yeah.
to this otter that has no owner. It is a free being.
So we have something turns to a deckhand. Would you mind getting, I suppose, a frying pan and a hammerhead? I think would be the closest thing that we have. And the deckhand runs off. And a few minutes later comes back with a frying pan and a hammerhead.
Now we've learned about improvised otter tools.
Yeah, you can improvise a stone with a hammer and a frying pan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It makes a lot more noise, but
It makes a great deal more noise. Yeah.
does Adamore appreciate it? Is Adamore eating his clam? His or her? It's clams.
Adamore.
clams.
Adamore is
Do you
Is
roll up into the frying pan?
adorably kind of holding the frying pan on his belly and is smashing the various sea creatures open.
Great, now I need to get a picture of that drawn.
As all of you look on, it's like,
Nines does not do that.
Aww.
Nothing's cuter than Nines. Not even stupid otter.
I do not believe that the otter is stupid. You had a chance to converse with it, did you not?
Does he speak basic? Common? Whatever?
Glendrangan.
Yeah, that's one. The language I speak.
the otter is not capable of forming those words.
It presumably has an intelligence of 3 or less as an animal.
Presumably.
Presumably.
Not the one we talked to.
I mean,
I'm gonna be practicing card playing with the crew.
I'm going to have time pass and practice my fervent tech learning now that I've caught
okay, sure.
a meal for Adamore.
I guess I'll just work on my for then.
56.
Okay.
66.
$67.
Eh.
Good number. While I'm playing the Zephyr, zombies attack us.
What was yours? 9.
67. The zombie number.
Okay.
Famous for being the number of zombies.
You hear 67, you know zombies are all about.
You know they're coming.
It's like that movie 67 Days Later.
Exactly like that. Yes.
Also the name of our trip.
We enjoy our day at sea.
Towards the end of the day, a small fishing vessel comes up near the ship, and on board are some Sahuagin covered in very loose clothing and wearing large brimmed hats. They're gonna cover themselves up from the sun.
Those are the fish guys. That
And they all have these small bows and arrows that they're apparently hunting gulls with. It's a small pile of gulls that they have on the deck of their ship, and they sort of pull up beside you, and the sailors wave, and they hitch the two ships together for a little bit and start trading a couple goods back and forth.
Do you want to try seagull?
Yes.
Okay?
How much for 3 seagulls?
One of the deck mates pipes up. They don't use any of our currencies, so we barter with goods.
I have salt.
They
On the
don't
ocean.
usually care too much about that.
How about a bottle of ink?
They got a lot of squid.
What about crowbar?
Might be interested.
That's like 5 seagulls, though.
Yeah.
What's up? Offer them your crowbar.
I do not wish to give up my crowbar.
He
I
has
have
a-
here, I have here though, this salve that you can put on that repels insects.
Oh yeah, you have that insect repelling salve.
The deckhand is like, somehow I don't think they're gonna need that either.
What about spear? Do they need spear?
I don't know, they might.
Excuse me. Go hunters. Where's your spear? For 3 goals.
2 gulls.
3 goals.
2 gulls.
3.
2 gulls and one of their hats.
2 goals and a hat.
2 gulls. And fish eggs.
Ooh, yeah, I did it.
I'm walking away. Fine, take the super spear.
Alright.
Good trade. Hands you
That
2
was free
seagulls and
Was that one of my free spears?
Yes.
Wait, no. Because
We got 2.
we had 2. But I gave one to the waitress or the hostess.
Yeah,
the
then you
thing.
gave me one. So,
And I gave you one.
so we're trading the
So
spear.
I'm
for
out of
paper.
spears now.
you're out of free spears.
I have to find some more bugbears.
I'll have to, I don't know. Well, the first one came from some goblins that attacked you.
Yeah, hobgoblins.
Yeah, some hobgoblins that attacked you.
And the second one came from some hobgoblins.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'll have to conjure up some hobgoblins and see if I can get you a free spear.
Alright, I'm gonna cook up some seagull.
Okay.
I'm gonna make seagull curry. Nice thick curry sauce with seagulls.
Sure.
Fresh seagull. I have no idea what seagull tastes like, but I'm assuming it tastes like a bird. And
I have no idea what seagull tastes like. I don't think that's
Any of our viewers know what seagulls taste
probably an extra greasy sort of gamey bird.
like. Look, next time we go to the beach, we can find out.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'll make curried seagull and some noodles.
So if we ever hit a Patreon goal, that will be one of them. Like, hit a certain amount, we'll eat some seagull.
No, it won't.
It would have to be a really, really, really large amount. Like an impossible amount, like a Elon Musk amount.
So,
I don't think it has to be that much
Apparently,
to make me eat a seagull.
depending on their diet, they can taste rather fishy if they're.
that makes sense.
But if they're scavenging human trash, then
They taste like
it
trash.
tastes like trash.
So it tastes like the Kardashians.
But if,
How would you know?
I think everyone knows.
but if they have like their natural diet, which is small fish, it tastes fishy. So there's our answer.
So it's sort of a fishy chicken curry.
Well, chicken of the sea.
Yeah, it's chicken of the sea.
Now it's the chicken of the sky.
Oh, right.
Yeah. Chicken of the sea sky.
Do you have anything else you're trading?
Looks around.
I have a glass bottle.
I might actually be interested in that. They actually take off a couple of like bracers that they're wearing. And it looks like they're made with some sort of scales. They're very iridescent. They reflect light in all sorts of interesting and frankly pretty ways.
I'll trade for those.
Okay. You have some Sahuagin crafted bracers.
I have this small box. What can I get for it? It's just box, empty box. Small. I have 2 of them.
Is it like a hatchable gull? You could get a pet gull.
It's fertilized. Bass. I'll keep boxes.
Anything else you guys want to maybe trade or barter for?
I got real bad wine.
They don't know that. It has a fancy name. Lean into that.
You want some booze? Horrible tasting liquids that make you dizzy. I don't like
Makes
that.
you
Did
fun,
not spell
though.
that very well.
Oh, yeah, I sold it.
No, I'm pretty sure you didn't sell that very well at all, actually.
If you drink too much of it, you feel like shit.
Or die.
You did not sell this well.
Well, neither did the people who made the wine, so.
They sold it to the boys.
I'm pretty sure they gave it to the boys.
pretty sure
Rich
you-
people don't pay for things.
No. Alright.
So,
I think that's all we need to trade.
yeah, that's all.
Okay. The crew does a little more bartering and trading.
I will later check and see if those are magical bracers, but I don't think they.
I'll spare you the suspense. They're not.
Didn't think so. But
They're interesting.
nice. I'll wear them.
Yeah.
They're shiny.
The day passes without anything else of interest happening.
Vortex would like those.
I am Vortex.
I'm just saying, the character of Vortex would like shiny bracers.
Probably. Yeah, next day I'm going to just continue practicing my card playing.
And I'm just going to practicing my reading of my new Fervent Tech books.
Okay.
33.
And
10, you said? You're not blazing along like you had been.
I did pretty well before.
Well, I got 9. I think as
Okay.
being 9, it should be double.
Yeah,
To 99.
That's some 9 math for you.
That's some Soria quality kind of math right there.
So,
We teach all the basics here. Soria math, 9's English,
Yeah.
Olsef.
All Sethisms.
yes.
Ulsethisms is the equivalent of like literature. It's your AP lit class.
Yeah.
I thought it was literal, sure.
Literature.
Because you take everything literally.
Okay. Next day, the skies are a bit darker today. Overcast. No rain, but the seas are a little choppier.
I'll make some warm drinks for everyone.
Have some cocoa.
No, I used all of the cocoa.
If it's rare fish show up when it's raining.
Oh yeah, probably like maybe a coelacanth.
Maybe I will go fishing. Why not? What could happen? Other than
About mid-morning, you get another ship. And it passes you by, and then swings around, and the crewmen start waving at the crewmen on the other ship, and they trim the sails, and soon enough they catch up and sort of tidy the two ships together.
They're gonna need to buy new sails. And trim them.
Make a gangplank to cross over, and it becomes clear quickly that it is a merchant vessel.
is it legitimate or?
Does it say legitimate business
Does
vessel
it
on
have
the
a
side of
skull on the flag?
No, it doesn't.
Well, then how do we know it's a legitimate business vessel?
it? Doesn't say anywhere on the ship.
It doesn't say anywhere on the ship that it's a legitimate business vessel. It just
Let's
doesn't.
buy some illegal goods.
Yes.
You could buy some illegal goods
I want to go and
from the
peruse.
illegitimate business vessel.
Do they have like a little like area set up with like the stuff they're selling, or what's this?
Like a
what's
little
the
bazaar or open air market.
So you know the scene in Star Wars where the Jawas bring all the droids out?
Yeah.
That, except you can also walk around like inside of the sand crawler in this comparison. So you can go down to the ship and just start wandering around.
Oh, I am
How much for the red
absolutely
one?
gonna like sulk around their property.
How much for the red R unit?
The what?
The one with the bad motivator.
We don't sell anything with a bad motivator here.
So you who are possibly legitimate, possibly not, since your ship does not tell us, merchants,
Well, that's a good way of describing us.
would you happen to have any literature, textbooks, pamphlets, instruction manuals about fervent tech?
Let me go check my stores. Where I can go look.
While you're looking, do you have any playing cards?
Yeah, I think we have some playing cards around here.
I'll buy a set, 2 sets.
Another crew member walks up. That will be 5 copper.
I will do that.
Oh, very good, thank you. Now, is there anything else I can help you with?
Yes, I'm looking for magical musical instruments. Something that the voice would want and he doesn't have yet because he sucks.
Magical musical instrument. I don't think we have anything like that.
We have just regular ones.
Oh yeah,
We have some
see if they have one
instrument.
of the
Concertina.
hello concertina. That's a very piratey item.
I believe we came into possession of those not too long ago. I shall go look for you.
It's like you guys want me to spend more money on things
Yeah.
in real life.
And this deckhand disappears down into the lower decks.
Do you have what do you have anything magical?
Do you have anything magical?
Wait a second.
I think we do.
Yeah, could we
Voice sounds
see them?
familiar.
We. Yeah, what sorts of items do you have an interest in?
How many people work on this ship?
I mean,
There's like dozens of crewmen, just walking around helping. The moment that someone asks for an item, that crew member disappears into the bowels of the ship to go find it. And a new one comes up, takes their place, and continues to take requests for items to bring out.
Do you have any sort of magical jewelry, or maybe like magic armor?
If possible, do you have any magic armor?
What sort of magic armor are you looking for?
Something that would provide additional protection.
That's perhaps not quite specific enough.
Maybe like what kind of armor? Like leather, breastplate?
You mean you just cannot tell me what kind of magical armor that you have available that offers protection and I can choose amongst those pieces?
There are many goods down below. It will take quite some time to list them all.
So you do not maintain a very good inventory or control of your...
It is always shifting and moving and trading. All of the crew members know what is below.
Didn't I just get an armor?
You got a breastplate from the captain, which, if you were to be wearing it, would give you 14 armor plus your dex modifier,
Oh, we have one more than I have now.
which is good.
So what else would provide me protection? A helm?
You have anything on your fingers?
Me?
No, Wolseth.
Like a magic ring?
Why would I put things on my fingers?
You can put magic in rings.
Yeah, I have a magic ring.
Wow.
We got it from Iris too.
Well, I am looking for magical items that would provide me with additional protection. Perhaps something made out of metal. Perhaps a
Maybe-
ring, perhaps an amulet.
Maybe some chainmail.
Something that would fit with my new character called Uther Robert.
Oh, you're taking on a new identity.
No, I am Uther Robert.
Of
Cover.
course you are.
Yes, I am, yes. You will remember that name.
Oh, we. Now, what sort of person are you? Are you a brash person? Are you quiet and subdued? Would you perhaps wear a shirt that has not been properly closed?
No, I am much more proper than that. I am rather boring.
He's an engineer.
I am an engineer. I am an urban tech engineer and a bodyguard.
Rush is your favorite band.
Then I think perhaps maybe some eyewear would fit your character.
You have goggles.
No, I already have those things to put over my eyes. You are not making very good guesses about what I would like.
Do you have any half plate? That would give you a really good AC. It would give you 15 plus your dex of 2. And if it was magical, it would be even more.
Meanwhile, one of the deckhands comes back up with the deck of cards.
Oh, thank you. I
2 decks.
got 2 decks, but yeah.
Oh, then comes up with the 2 decks. There you go. And the other deckhand that had disappeared comes up with a little worn but still totally functioning concertina.
Oh, how much?
How much is it?
Silver.
5 copper.
8 copper.
7 copper.
7 copper and bite 1.5.
Eight copper, but you give me some of your teeth.
All right. Goes into a little pouch, pulls out a few teeth, and a go.
And I hand you 8 copper.
All right, there you go.
Do you have any magic jewelry?
We have many magical items of rings and amulets, bracelets. Did you have something in mind?
No, nothing particular. I'm just sort of shopping.
Do you want to see into far distances? Do you want to detect things that are invisible? Perhaps you want to see the true identity of somebody? Those are very hard things to do.
That might be useful.
Would you happen to have an amulet that offers protection?
Or like a ring of protection.
A ring of protection.
I think we may have one of those. Let me check. He rushes off. Anything else you guys want to look up? Another deckhand comes up.
Do you have any reject magic items that you can't sell?
Reject magic items? What do you mean?
Like weird shoes that just get big for no reason.
I don't have anything like that. But what do you... Like a magic item that's functionally
Useless.
useless.
Yeah.
Or worse than useless.
And you just can't sell it.
Maybe. Anyone might have something like that. Is there like, you know, a wand or like a pair of gloves? What are you looking for?
Ooh, gloves, yeah.
What kind of useless gloves do you have?
Useless gloves. All right. We're gonna take a look. Another deckhand.
So you who are a merchant, have you been able to locate any written material about fervent tech?
That one's still looking.
So are you still looking for a ring of protection?
Yeah, they're still looking. Anything else?
Well, don't I know you, lady?
No.
Are you sure?
I've been on this ship for many months. Probably more than a year now.
Like, you didn't sell me this crab gong.
No?
How much for your... You said you had jewelry that would let me see something's true form, or see... What was it?
Yes, that's a good way to describe it.
What is it?
She pulls out from a pile behind her this it's a lens.
It's not like a...
Bigger.
Oh, like a magnifying glass
It's
almost?
more like a magnifying glass. It has no handle that, like a picture of magnifying glass, it's got the handle on it. This one is heavier. It's about 5 pounds. And you have to, it has 2 handles on the side. You have to hold it.
That's not very functional for, like... You can't go around a fancy party going like, oh,
Well, you could, but it would,
what does it
it
do?
would call attention to yourself.
It reveals the form of whatever you see in it to be its true self.
Can I see that?
Yes, I suppose.
I'm pointing at Soria.
You see her true changeling form.
Except I'm wearing a ring of mind shielding, which says specifically that I'm immune to magic that lets them know my creature type. I'm curious if that negates it.
Let me check the wording on this item.
It says, it does not let people read my thoughts, know if I'm lying, know my alignment, or my creature type, or communicate with me telepathically if it's magic based. So I'm curious if that protects me from something like this.
Read that one more time to me.
While you're wearing this ring, you are immune to magic that allows other creatures to read your thoughts, determine if you are lying, know your alignment, or know your creature type. creatures can telepathically communicate with you only if you allow it.
I don't think that would impact this particular one. It's true sight. And I'm not sure that Ring of Mind Shielding blocks true sight. I would have to.
I don't know. It just says I'm immune to magic that does those things. It doesn't say anything else, but I don't know if True Sight has wording that overwhelms that.
The True Sight says automatically detect visual illusions and succeed on saving throws against them, and perceive the original form of a shape changer or a creature that is transformed by magic. So it's like it specifically addresses that, and I'm not sure how the
Ring of Mind Shielding.
how that crosses this.
You're the DM, so it's your determination, because it is kind of. I could see the argument for either.
Yeah.
Because on the one hand, the Ring of Mind Shielding says specifically you're immune to any magic that
Lets
you know your creature type, which would be Shapeshifter, I suppose.
Yeah.
But True Sight is a more powerful spell, well, theoretically, in terms of rarity. So
I think True Sight probably would cut through that particular mind shielding ability, but I will put the caveat that I want to look into it and read more thoroughly.
into it. See if
So-
there's any like errata on it.
Yeah, so for now, I will say that 9 sees your true form, but that may be subject to change. That's how I will rule that.
I wave at you with an asterisk next to me.
I move over to Olsef.
Oh no. He's
And you
really
think
a
Wolf
dragon.
I move over to the lady.
It's just a female human.
I get uncomfortably close with.
For the record, she doesn't look anything like the person that sold you.
He just has a Navinian accent.
This is just a female Navinian woman.
Trying to sell me something. And they all are the same.
Fair.
I would like to ask to go down to the book section where they're currently routing around for fervent books. If they have anything on murder cult and unknowable runes.
You're not gonna find anything on unknowable runes because they can't actually be written by someone who.
No, I don't want like actual runes written out, but
Okay.
like books about like weird magics that shouldn't, like extra dimensional magic, I guess.
Why don't you make an investigation check since you're kind of looking around with them?
Okay.
While you're doing that,
Guidance.
the clerk that was looking for fervent books comes back to Ulseth and says, I found one book. It's old, and it's in a bit of disrepair, so I'll give you a discount on it.
Yeah. And what language is it in?
Well, that's going to be the trick for a lot of people. It's written in Draconic.
How hard is it to find someone who can read that?
Not a lot of people read it. Mostly dragons.
Well, let's convince Dragon to read it for us.
Oh, and the royal family of Glendring.
Don't get them to do it. They aren't doing anything important.
And how much is this book which is in tatters and cannot be read?
It's not exactly in tatters, and you see the book, and it's worn. It's well worn. Some of the pages are frayed. There's a couple that are missing some parts of it, but most of it's in fully readable if you understood Draconic. It's old. This seems to date to the time of Fervent himself. going that far back. As I've heard tale that Fervent took all his notes in Draconic originally. This could even be one of his original works or an early transcription of it. I think, given the condition and the difficulty in reading it for most people, I could part with it for 5 silver.
4 silver.
I believe I'm talking to this gentleman.
Nah.
Legends.
The one with the hair.
In hair.
You covered in fur.
That's a difference.
Yes.
Oh.
Write that down.
Well,
Yeah, cool stuff.
we have had a lesson in body furry hairy covering. Yay!
You should definitely buy that book.
I'm buying the book.
Okay.
Are we gonna negotiate?
5 silver.
No,
Did they find you a ring of protection?
I'm still waiting for ring.
As you're engaging that barter, Deckhand, a different one that you had initially been speaking with, comes back. Oh, it took me a bit of running, but here's the... Oh, sorry. Here's the ring you're looking for. You wanted a ring of protection, yeah?
I am looking for one. How much does it protect?
It would be +1 armor and +1 to all saves if it's a standard ring.
Yeah, the standard ring of protection, however they would describe that within the game world, would be more like the question of how much does it protect is sort of an odd one to answer.
A fair amount.
It protects you, and more powerful versions would really protect you.
And how much is this ring? But first, I must find out if I can even wear it.
The ring, which they allow you to try, resizes instantly to
Wow.
your finger.
That is very clever.
The magic ring.
Magic rings have, the abilities to shift to the size of the wearer's finger.
And how much does this ring cost?
Well, take a look here. We'll call it, how about, 2,500 gold.
2,500 gold.
It's a really powerful ring.
I do not have anywhere near that amount of money.
How much do you have?
I have 700 gold.
I can't help it now.
No. I am sorry. I cannot afford that. I cannot even come close to that price.
Well, that is sometimes the way it goes.
Yes. I will ask then if you just have some simple armor that could provide additional protection.
What sort of armor are you wearing now?
I am wearing leather armor with gleaming on it. It does not ever get dirty.
I would suggest half plate if you want pure mechanical numbers.
Yes. I
Shall
am
we have,
receiving a suggestion of half plate.
shall we have something down below? Kind of gives a little hand signal to a deckhand already down there within a moment or two. And they come back up with a piece of half plate that looks like it would fit you, if not perfectly, within
With some adjustment.
with reason. And given that your current armor is banded together to fit someone who's
Twice the size.
Half.
25, no, 50% larger than the person who was originally wearing it, that doesn't seem like a bad compromise.
And how much is this? Half of a plate armor.
Well, we come by this fairly regularly. Yeah, give you a deal and call it 3 silver.
30 or 3?
3.
That's a
Three
good
silver.
deal for like a
2 silver.
I will let my agent negotiate the price.
We're going
It
to
is
stand
most
for him
entertaining.
at 3 silver. I
See if we get some teeth out of this, Olsef.
I normally wouldn't want to let something like this go for that little, but it is heavy and takes up a fair bit of room down below.
I'll buy the half plate.
I was searching for dimensional magics books, and I was also keeping an eye out for anything that might be changeling related.
Okay.
Changeling history or mythos.
Make an investigation check.
I had
Okay.
earlier. With guidance, I got 25.
You find nothing on changelings. And it doesn't surprise you. You've never seen anyone outside of your own group write anything about changelings. But you do find several books discussing different dimensions. They're all... there's one that's discussing the Feywild. There's one that's on the different elemental planes. There's one that asks what the plane of the gods might look like. There's more of a philosophical read. So you managed to uncover a few.
How much for the lot?
Let's say 2 silver.
Okay.
1 silver.
3 silver.
Okay.
Duck season.
3 silver it is.
Rabbit season.
You wish to raise the price? Who am I to argue?
What are they titled?
I'll come up with some titles later.
But I want to ask Dole about them.
The one on the different dimensions.
Like the god plane.
No, the one on the elemental plane and
Oh, yeah.
thing. That one is called Planar Travels, a description of what lies beyond.
Is that one actually written by Dole?
No,
Are any of them written by Dole?
no.
The
The one on the gods is titled fairly bluntly, "Where do the gods live?" And the one that was on the Feywild specifically, that one is entitled "The Stark Warning."
Is this an Agmar no doubt book?
You can't tell just by perusing it quickly.
Were we waiting on anything else?
I'm good.
If you put that half plate on, you should be at 17 armor or something.
Yeah, it's 15 plus 2, right?
Yeah.
15 plus dex.
It just ruins yourself, right?
Yeah. Do you guys have any other things?
Which is kind of
No.
too bad because Ulseth was
I will
famously
ask-
good at stealthing.
It's good that you're changing out of your to sheer armor because that would have been really conspicuous when you were undercover.
Yes, it would. Oh, I have this extra breastplate. Now that I have half plate armor,
Right.
would you be interested in purchasing it?
I could make you an offer of 1 silver.
2 silver.
1 silver, 5 copper.
2 silver.
I'm sitting firm at 1 silver, 5.
We should probably take it, Dolsef.
Now you are saying I should take it.
Yes, it's
Yeah.
convenient for me now.
I will do that.
Do you have any fervent tech?
No. We don't have anything like that. Far too rare, dangerous for us to haul around in our ship.
I look around see if there's any books or scrolls or anything
On rope.
about Remarden.
Okay.
That's sort of like
Uh,
Syrian history sort of thing.
make an investigation check. Let's see what you find.
I find 20.
You managed to find a Posterian history book. It looks fairly generic. Maybe even something, not that you would have been really familiar with this, but more for the description of the audience. It's like a textbook, maybe something that would have been used in like a school setting.
This would be useful. Do you have anything that lets you magically translate languages you don't know?
Ooh,
That is not as big as a lectern, though.
I think we have a couple of scrolls that would allow that to happen temporarily.
Like scrolls of tongues, basically.
Oui.
Is that all you have in that area?
To the best of my recollection,
How much are they?
we could part with the scroll for 1 gold per. I think we have a stack of 5.
I'll buy them.
5 gold, please.
There you go.
What language is the Costerian history book written in?
Posterian.
That's handy.
You know that, don't you?
I do.
Yeah.
And how much is this book?
You could have that for a copper.
I will buy that book.
So are these comprehend
You're gonna
language?
go for half copper?
Yeah,
not want
they're
to-
basically a scroll of comprehend
You want
language.
to cut a copper in half? Would you like to bite it in half?
No,
Perhaps
pretty
you could
deep
use
for
the
that.
teeth.
Okay, so they're 1 hour duration.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right, great. We keep running into things we can't read, so I wanted to get some.
That was a good thing to ask.
And I
It would
want
be
to.
very useful.
Anything else you guys want to ask about? Look for?
I cannot think of anything. Is there anything that you have that would be that one could not live without?
asking a
That
salesman.
one could not live without is
Yes.
the words that you choose.
I am just
There-
curious if you have something that you think is so wonderful
They're
that one
gonna
must
sell
have
you
it.
a bottle of air.
You're going to buy it.
We have many things that are incredible items. Tell me a bit about your life. What is it that you find yourself doing and are most troubled by?
Oh no. He is asking for my tragic backstory.
Well, go ahead and tell them the whole thing. Maybe we'll get a discount.
Possibly. So I am on a quest. I was taught by a master of the Code of Remarden. He was my teacher. And he was on a quest to slay a beast, but could not ever tell me what the beast was. His last words were Gratz Dun Balim.
We haven't heard those words in a while.
No, we have not. Which apparently means something like the Great Darkness or the Abyss, or something even yet more frightening. He has asked me to search for his past so that I could carry on the quest and slay the beast on his behalf.
So it sounds like you have a problem with some horrible creature.
Yeah, I'm right here, all Seth.
Wow. This person has amazing insight. Yes. Is able to repeat back what I have said.
I think that for any creature, you will need to kill it if it is your adversary. You know what type of creature it is.
I have no idea, no.
Let's make it harder.
I think perhaps this path of inquiry will take up way too much time. But I thank you for asking about my tragic backstory. Nonetheless, thank you.
Do you have any hobbies?
I am a potter.
You're a potter.
Oh, Harry wanted that
Not
too.
just- well, it is not that I just make pots. I make things out of clay. I have, for example, made 2 sets of crab staxi.
See?
Then,
We're selling them too if you want to be a distributor.
Yeah, we're franchising.
I think you will need this enamel furnace. It's been microtized.
Yeah, from micro enamel furnace.
Oui, it is a magical furnace. It is small, but the blue, least
It's portable. Blum, blum.
within reason. And like a deckhand is hauling at this. It's
Smaller
for
than a firkin.
it's probably a little larger than a firkin. But
Could
this
carry it
isn't
in the bag of
massive.
holding for you.
So for people familiar with smithing, you will probably know propane fed furnaces for smithing. It's about the size of a propane fed smith furnace. You know, about a 1.5 to 2 foot long, and about 8 inches wide or so. And
This appears to be like a gill. Is it magical or does it require fuel?
oh no, it is magical, very magical. You simply speak the command word, flame on, and
And
No.
everything that everybody is holding or carrying goes. My sword flames on. The kill flames on. Your
Frying pan.
flames
My
on.
shoes expand, catch on fire.
there's a lot of things
It's like
on
saying,
fire right now.
it's like
If you
it's like saying the word Alexa out loud somewhere, and all of a sudden, 17 little speakers say, "Yes, what?"
You're lucky you chose that one, because if you chose another phrase that activates certain voice assistants, then
would
it
have
definitely
activated.
would have gone off.
I unplugged that.
Oh, did you unplug it? Thank God.
How much is the magic portable kill?
Kill.
It is
Kill.
Kilt.
I'll store it in my bag of holding for you.
180 gold.
180.
170 gold.
It's magic.
Not 170. 110.
It's heavy and takes up a lot of space on your ship.
Oui, but it is still magical. 160.
115.
150.
117.
149.
Well done. 119.
We will go down to 130 gold, and no less.
125.
I've taught you well.
Yes, I have been learning from you.
Well, you should probably take that.
130 gold, but I will throw in a free enamel set. And another deckhand pulls out this nice little set of like enamel paints. And just
Oh, they are.
Ah,
Glazes?
yeah.
Okay. 130.
Oui, 130.
Oh, just shove it in the bag.
Yeah, my negotiation skills just knocked 2
it's
copper and a
about-
bag of teeth in.
It's about 80 pounds.
Yeah, that's fine. I dumped all the 250 pounds of food out already,
Yeah.
so
They dropped it in the bag
just
of
let me know when you want it, and I'll dump it out wherever.
Okay.
You can keep the enamel on you if you want.
This furnace is capable of becoming quite hot, since it is it's basically a kiln. So it can become quite hot.
If you would like, I could glaze and fire the crab staxies. for
Yeah,
you.
yeah. Make them like. Do you have any like We should get them like ultra rare colors, like, you know, like get some metals in them.
You should also ask about Testaxes.
Do you have any ultra rare Testaxes?
One of the deckhands goes and grabs a large container from down below and pulls out a very brightly decorated box that still has like the ceiling wax over its top and everything, and it has a clear window that shows inside some super ultra mega rare Testaxes, and it says Competitors Collector Edition.
So are these ultra rare gold holographic first editions, or are they just ultra rares, or just ultra rare gold holographics?
They're ultra rare gold holographics.
Not first editions.
There is a chance of a first edition in each box.
How many boxes?
There are 4 boxes that come in this set, and you can see that there is a Testaxi in there, but you can't see which one's kind of opaque.
So there's one Testaxi per box.
Yes, there's one Testaxi per box. You can see it in there behind the, clear cover, but it's opaque, and you can't really make
Like
everything
wax
out.
paper.
Yeah,
I used the true sight thing that no one took away from me yet.
fair point. It doesn't reveal this because you are seeing the true identity of it. It's not like an X-ray. It just strips away magical coverings to show the true form of something.
How much per box?
8 silver
Per box?
per box.
And they're guaranteed to be ultra rare gold holographics.
Yes.
All right. 8 times 4 is
32.
32.
And hands you the box.
Boxes.
It's like a pack.
Oh, a pack of 4.
Yeah.
Box.
Are these all of them that you have? All right.
That's all we have right now.
I do not know about these taxis, but this appears to be a good deal.
It's probably not.
It's a really good deal.
Might be a really good
Especially
deal.
if they're first edition.
Did you not
Well,
need
if
them in
it's
the
like-
original packaging?
No.
Anything else?
I think we're shopped out.
All right. Some more hours pass. You haul all of your goods back to the other ship. The sailors are all bartering and trading and really enjoying themselves. This is apparently sort of a rare thing to happen, and everyone's quite joyous over its occurrence. As the day ends and the ships untether and draw back the planks between them, the merchant ship sails off in the general direction of Krebstadt.
So if you want, I'm going to use one of these comprehend language scrolls to read that ancient incomprehensible letter and that recipe that we got in Ira's tomb. But are there any other things you want me to start to translate for you, either of you, that you have that you can't read?
I would like to begin to see as much as possible of this draconically written Fervent Tech book,
Okay.
but only if you have time left on your
I
scroll.
get an hour,
Read it.
and it takes 1 minute to read 1 page. And I'm presuming maybe a little longer if I'm writing down and translating.
Yeah. So in the book that Ulseth purchased, there's probably around 200 pages in there. Of course, the recipe and the other things that you'd gotten from Irish
I
Tomb.
think it's like a deed. I wrote down.
It looks to be possibly a deed.
It was
based on the
context
imagery.
told me it was probably a deed.
Yeah. The deed is 2 pages. There's like a front and a back.
Yeah.
And the recipe is just 1.
Yeah. I figure that'll be quick.
Yeah. Just to give you, so you could get through a portion of the book.
Okay.
A little less than a third.
Okay. So that's what I'm gonna do with my evening.
Okay.
I'm gonna do a few other things before that. And when I get to the end of my comprehend languages, I want Nines on standby because I'm definitely gonna try and read one of those runes while I have comprehend languages going, but I might die.
Oh, okay. I will inspire you to die then.
Just near the end.
Yes, that's how death works.
I'm going to do 2 things. I will first of all ask Zoria, and what colors would you like to have your Crapstaxis glazed?
It's a set of 10 or 2 sets of 10?
It is 2 sets of 10.
Gold, dark blue, lavender pink. Can you do like a yellow black striped, like a bee?
I believe so. I have many glazes in the kit.
Maybe like silver with like a ruby inset.
Is this all on one set?
Yeah.
Oh, and what about the other set?
Whatever you like on that one.
Okay. Well, anyway, I glaze. Oh, may I have my kill, please?
Yeah.
So these are the 2 important things from Soria. Crabs
Tearing the universe apart.
tearing the universe apart.
Yeah.
Just-
So
okay.
I pull my sword out of my scabbard, and I tell Zoria to get out of voice range.
Oh, I thought you wanted me to get my frying pan out so it could flame on everything at once.
Yeah, I have a flame on party. So I glaze the Crabstaxis
Okay.
as instructed and as my whim tells me for the other set.
Sure.
Whisper, so that only the kill can hear it.
It doesn't matter how quiet you
Yeah,
are.
the magic,
Everything.
the magic of the ship was enchanted to catch fire. So.
And
Everything around you is. You discover that the entire ship is enchanted to just catch fire when you say it.
and so I fire those, and then let them cool overnight, and then I do fervent tech learning.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna have a series of things, so I'm gonna let Nines
Very
go
nice.
first.
84 this time.
I don't really.
I'm done.
I guess I'll just work on. I'll try out this concertina that I just bought.
Oh, you're working towards the concertina. Okay.
We'll take a look. We'll see what that's like.
All right, let me make a new line here.
Maybe of the 4 times I did this, 3 of them were single digits.
Well, there. Oh.
7.
All right.
Amazing.
That's
Just
wow.
like that. Yeah.
Well, that would have been a lot better.
Okay.
All right. So I'm doing a series of things today.
Yes.
One, I'm gonna open my Testaxes and see what I got.
I'll have to pull up the list.
Okay.
So we will cover that later because I don't
Alright.
have the list of
Oh,
Testaxes
put a hold on that.
with
Second,
me.
I'm going to call Dole.
Okay.
Hey, Dole.
Is that you, Sora?
Yeah, sorry, did I wake you up?
It's the middle of the night.
Oh, sorry. I'm over. I'm not where you are. Are you still in that spider web?
No, I'm back at
Oh, that's good.
home.
Is the spider with you still?
Not the spider that put me in the web. No.
Oh, there's a different spider though?
I have my pet spider, yes.
Oh, what's your pet spider's name?
Francis.
Spider. Francis. What kind of spider?
It's a tarantula.
Oh, cool. Okay, so I have a few questions. Is that alright? Or do I need to call you back?
No, go ahead.
Alright, so I have 3 books. Are they any good? There's a Stark. The Stark.
Are they any good?
There's the Stark Warning.
It's an informative yet biased approach to the Feywild.
Gragmar Dodal.
No, actually.
Oh, okay. I have Planar Travels, a description of what lies beyond.
Somewhat elementary reading, but good introductory.
Great. And where do the gods live?
Philosophical dribble, in my opinion, but a lot of people engage in it.
Oh, okay. I had one more question.
Mm-hmm.
If I have like a comprehend language spell on me,
Mm-hmm.
and I try and read one of those runes, will I die?
I would rate the probability is quite high.
Okay, good.
But
to
it's
know.
not
Good to know.
100%, right?
You can't hear Will's thing
Well, you know, I'm just like right next to
on
you.
my sending stone.
Um,
All right. Sorry to bother you, Dole.
that's perfectly fine, Zoria.
All right.
I'm gonna go back to sleep.
Give Francis a mouse for me.
He had one 3 weeks ago, and he's fine.
All right. And dream about me.
Okay.
All right. Good night. Bye. All right. I'm not gonna read the runes then, but I will use one of my comprehend language.
I got my Krong out for nothing? Fine, I'm just gonna walk around the ship with this. Hi, I'm so great. I'm so great.
Why don't you give me inspiration in case I need to do it?
You are inspired. 'Cause I am so...
Thank you. All right. I use comprehend language scroll.
I'm really glad that I've taken all the time to put compressors and hard limiters and things like that in our audio, because our poor listeners just would be ripping out their earbuds. I can see a few of our listeners that I actually know just like walking down the road, taking a little break from work, listening to the podcast.
But they would know that noise is great.
Yes,
I mean-
that's the most important lesson to
It is
take
the
from the
most
show.
important lesson.
All right. I use comprehend languages,
Okay.
and the first thing I look at is the recipe,
Okay.
and I want to translate it.
All right. I'm going to pull up that document.
I just have like a stack of papers. And I'm like ready to go.
Yep. I have those written down, so I'm just finding the document.
This is, I think, the spice cake recipe, the original spice cake recipe.
Potentially, yes.
It's a good thing I checked with Dole about reading that rune, because I would definitely kill myself.
Almost certainly.
We can revive you one time.
Yeah, that's true. You have a revivify potion, one of you.
I do.
No, it was me.
Oh, that's right.
Because I was least likely to die.
Although lately, it's
Lately,
felt
you
like
are
that's
mostly
not
dead.
true.
So if you mean to protect me better.
You were not anywhere near me.
Okay. So
You're half the time.
But then I was protecting you when you were near me.
your first one is the
Recipe.
Okay. That one, it is indeed a recipe for a spice cake. And as you read through it, it's pretty good. You think that it's You might have a couple of ways to improve it. A couple of spices that you might add. But it seems like a pretty solid recipe. Not that you're that familiar with cakes. It's a relatively new thing for you. As flour and as well as leavening agents were not the most common things for you growing up. It is a seal of a kingdom you're unfamiliar with. You've never heard of this kingdom before. The kingdom is Perlinen. Perlynnon. Perlinen. No idea where this could be.
Based on the obsession with spice cakes, though, I'm guessing it's over in that Pinty Vale region.
Yes. That's a pretty good guess.
Is there anything else on the recipe?
The recipe is like pretty bland as far as other identifying pieces. It just says, for my two sons, I love you both. Mom.
There's perhaps a tragic backstory.
We should ask the recipe if what its tragic backstory is.
And what it thinks.
You should cover it in lemon juice and set it on fire.
What, to look for like a map?
Really?
I put it back in
Really?
the bag of holding before Nines can climb on it.
I'm just walking around banging my gong right now.
The
Yes, you were.
deed.
Yeah.
Although a lot of the references to places,
I lost
Like-
on me.
they're completely lost on you. You understand that they are places, but you have no idea what any of it means. It becomes clear, though, that this is to a plot of land somewhere within the city of Drogmara.
Land in Drogmar,
Yes.
the capital.
There's a reference to some sort of quarter that it's in. It has a name there that doesn't mean anything to you, but the name is Yomar.
Isn't that like the big lake?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So other than that, you have no context for what Domar is other than the lake. And you know that the lake is
Not next to this.
not next to Drogmara.
Yeah.
Quite decidedly so.
And this deed gives the holder right to the land.
I mean, it is the deed to land, and that is the purpose of a deed.
Well, I don't know that. I live in a swamp.
With no property.
True. But
Yeah,
it
we sort of
makes
have
it clear.
property, but we
through-
didn't have paperwork for it.
It makes it clear that that is the intent.
Okay. And then I'm just gonna power translate as much of this Draconic Fervent textbook as I can with the remaining like 57 minutes.
Okay. Roll.
Guidance myself right before I start.
Yeah, let's see how much you can get because you do have to translate this.
Yeah.
And like basically you're transcribing.
Yeah.
So why don't you roll 3 d12s?
Oh, okay. So I can't use inspiration or guidance for these.
No, it's not so much a skill here. You're just copying.
9.
Okay.
Yes?
That's basically a 4. It's kind of on its side, but 2.
You're able to get 35 pages.
You have 35 pages to start.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
This will be most helpful.
That's all I got. I didn't understand a word of it. It read like technical instructions. It was weird.
Did it have numbers?
Did it?
No, there are numbers.
Yeah, there were all sorts of numbers.
Yeah.
Did you get them all right?
Yeah. I comprehend all languages,
And with that,
including the language of math, music, and love.
you find yourself a little drained
And go to
and go to sleep.
that was a big. Were you writing down how many pages I've translated?
And the following day, you wake up to the ship tossing and turning. It's clearly a stormy day out. You hear the you hear the winds battering the hull and the rain coming down on the deck.
Rain sounds.
Why don't you have a rain stick?
Yeah, where's your rain stick, Wong?
Don't you actually have a rain stick?
No, I
feel
don't
like
have a
you do.
rain stick.
For some reason, I thought you had one at your house.
That sounds like something I would have.
It really does, doesn't it?
It would sound like rain too.
It sounds like rain. Is there anything you want to do on a stormy day at sea?
You should go fishing. I heard you just get fish.
Yeah, like coelacanth.
Okay, I go fishing.
As you try to go up, a deckhand shoves you back down. You don't want to be up there right now.
I think he does. That's like
What's up there?
A storm! As he closes the deck hatch and latches it shut.
Well, that pretty much cuts down on what we can do. I will study my new Draconic book.
Since it's a storm, I'll pull out any port.
Oh yeah. I take the crab staxies out of the kiln,
Okay.
flame off. I said that before because they're cooling down, you know.
Yes. Good night.
And I give them to Zoria.
Oh.
They're cooled down.
Oh, okay. Thank you. They're very nice.
I hope that you enjoy them.
Let's.
They are.
I don't think it works very well in this situation.
Yeah, it's the ship is rocking.
If it does, then we
This
might
is
need
the
to
best
rethink the
time
game.
to practice.
They don't work great during the tossing and tipping of the ship.
I will work instead on my. I'm just gonna standard text, and unless you want me to start burning more comprehend language spells to
do that.
translate,
These 35 pages
we'll get you started.
will get me started for quite some time.
I
Plus the
will.
other 2 books that I have that I can read.
I'll practice my card playing then.
I will play card games against you.
Oh, okay.
42 for learning.
Sorry, teach me cards.
All right. I barely know how any of it works, but this one's called the lady, and that one is the guy, and that's a 3.
All right. What did you roll for fervent already? I thought I heard
Yes, 42.
42. Okay. And were you playing the zither or the concertina?
Let's playing cards.
Playing cards. Okay.
I'm learning my cards with 9s. I
Okay.
rolled a 90.
You
Oh, it's
got
a
quite a bit better.
queen, not a lady.
Nines is kind of teaching you a bit at them. Are you also working on learning to play cards?
I was just doing it because I was bored.
So why does the jack worth less than the queen? Because doesn't J come before Q in the alphabet?
No.
Oh, okay.
What was your result? Nines.
Well, I got a 23.
Okay.
That's the trick. Learn all the skills so I don't actually learn anything.
Yeah. Oh, here you can be this. You can be a jack of all trades.
Checking nothing.
All right. Well, the day will pass, if not peacefully, fairly, quietly for the three of you, despite all of the noise from the storm. You eventually go to sleep. it's kind of a hard sleep,
Even for me.
even for you.
Wow.
I mean, there's just a lot of, pitching, tossing around. It's not gentle through really pretty much any of the day and night. The following morning, the seas have calmed significantly. Back to gentle sailing. And the captain is shouting above. You can hear him back. Land ho!
Oh, I
And-
see land.
And you start to hear the sailors
Oh, is it land or is the land named Ho?
Like
running
Ivanhoe.
around. Preparing things.
Ho, ho, ho.
There's all sorts of stirring on the ship now. Lots of activity.
They're all making soup.
You're beginning to catch on how this works.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you leave your cabins that day?
Yeah, let's go look at the land.
Yes.
This land is different from our normal.
Was this the place he said the 7 days and then we find an island? Stop at an island?
It seems to be. There's an island that, just off of your port bow.
Is this your island, Captain?
Yes. This is the place that I like to stop and
It is Island Ho.
pick up some fresh water, occasionally some coconuts, some limes and lemons. Every once in a while we're lucky and we're able to even snag a boar. Bring that aboard and have fresh meat for a day or two.
Does this have a secret pirate tomb on it?
No, but there are some ruins. They're quite pretty.
Oh.
Close.
What kind of runes?
I'm not sure who built them, but they're like nothing else I've ever seen. It's one of the reasons I like stopping here. Not only can you get plenty of fresh water, the sights and scenery is quite beautiful.
So, you are our captain.
Yes.
Would there happen to be any shiny blue stones amongst these ruins?
Shiny.
Like fervent stones?
You would know them if you saw them. They are beautiful blue and they kind of glow.
I can't say I've ever seen anything like that in the ruins, but I mostly stroll around and don't delve into them. I've become aware that they go quite deep underground. The
Are there-
island, for perspective, is fairly large. It's several miles in length. This is not a small island. You're guessing probably 15, 20 miles long. It's not, the largest sort of island that you can imagine, but it's big enough where it fills the horizon line.
Do we want to go to see these ruins?
Well, first of all, I would like to go to the oyster and clam beds and gather food for the otter.
Can't you get a sailor to do that?
Yeah, make them do it.
We're paying for
That is a good idea. You
But
who are our
not nearly
captain.
as heartfelt.
You are our captain.
Yes.
Adamor could very much use some fresh clams and oysters and perhaps a little kelp. Do you think you could assign one of your sailors to collect those things while we go explore?
An abalone, maybe?
Well, based on little Otter's activities, I think he's undertaking that all on his own. As you see your otter swimming out into the ocean towards land.
The created is your otter, not a free otter.
I'm talking about the party's otter.
Well, I actually do not think the otter belongs to us. I have been reminded that this is a creature with its own free will, and that it is coming along with us only be for its own entertainment and enlightenment rather than any obligation it may have.
That's free will until I cast suggestion on it a few times.
Nonetheless, it does seem to be handling it itself really quite well.
So your companion is off gathering food and
Let's
seems to be doing just fine.
check out these ruins.
Yeah, let's go grave robbing.
Okay,
What?
sure. You hop aboard one of the rowboats heading towards shore.
I would like to sit in it
You do sit in the rowboat.
instead of hop.
And
I'm getting much better.
It is very good.
Thank you.
Hopping while the boat is being rowed probably is a bad idea.
as you approach
Unless you're into a gunnel jumping.
What?
approach land, that's where we'll call today's session.
Oh, but we have to go in the ruins. I'm dying.
You had a busy day. You've been on twice as many boats as you have
Yeah,
since the beginning
whoa.
of the adventure.
That's true, because I went on the
Yeah,
boat.
you like doubled the number of.
Did I
boats you
go
found.
on the Sahagin boat? No, we just threw stuff back and forth.
Should
But
have
now you're
jumped on
a
it.
rowboat.
Rowboats, that's 2 more ships.
There you go.
You got 2 ships added today.
Yeah.
Nice.
Well, not
How about
ships,
that?
really boats. I mean,
It's all the same thing. If it floats in the
floating
water, it's a
things.
boat.
Floaty things.
All right. Well,
Okay.
I hope you guys had a decent session. And
We
you
have
know,
not been
let's see
retail.
if-
We haven't been retail shopping in quite a while.
Yeah.
Hey, that's why I wanted to give you a little merchant ship. I thought there might be a few things that you wanted that you hadn't had a chance to pick up in Krebstadt since you know,
Well, there
tried to steal from one of the world's most famous individuals, who's also apparently a bit of a psychopath.
and there really wasn't
these
much there other than crabs.
Not really. It's Krebstadt. It basically translates to Crab City. All right, everyone. Thank you for tuning in as always. We appreciate it. Stay safe. Reminder, we will be off on Thanksgiving week, which is the 28th.
Yep.
So we'll be off on the 28th for our normal show, but we will be doing our other normal broadcast, painting and such. And don't forget, enter into the giveaway. Head over to our Instagram page. Jeff, follow our Instagram account. Send us a message. It says FizzBands. That's all you need to say. And we'll enter you into the giveaway drawing. That will be
18 or older US resident.
Yep. Be 18 or older and a U.S. resident. And that'll be given away on the 5th of December. That's when it will be announced. So, head on over there, enter, stay safe. I love you guys. Bye.
Bye.